There are 3 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Ready? Much knowledge, much love, fam.
What's going on, y'all?
Burning up out here in Cali, that's like 98 degrees.
All right, that's why you moved out there.
Actually, I was born and raised out here.
Yeah.
I was born out here. I'm gonna be heading to Arizona, Texas in about a year or so.
That's a good move. Yeah, I think that's a good move, man.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes well.
I think some crazy shit gonna happen out there. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the reality is, no matter where you go, you can't escape.
You really can't.
Yes. I don't want to be stressing and have anxiety about it either. So I just rather be in a place where my mind is at ease. You know?
Right.
Well said.
Yeah, because it's, I've been racking my brain like, if I could go anywhere, where would I go? And the reality is, go where? We trying to avoid water. It's lakes and rivers and streams and ponds everywhere, which could all turn into like in the movie The Flood, it could all turn into a thing where they shoot water up out of. So
yeah. I mean, I have to. That's why I look forward to the class. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm at work right now. So whenever there's class, I'm working.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I enjoy listening, and I'm also it kind of brings my anxiety down. Like when I listen to the class, when I listen to y'all tell y'all stories, I just listen to the class because I don't have a book to read because I'm at work. But
right,
I look forward to this once a week, man. Y'all just don't know. My anxiety. I think we all do. It's off the chain until Thursday. I get a little anxiety when I hear, Ron, you telling the shit that's gonna go down. I get a little worried on that page. It's gonna fit.
right.
And that's what people don't talk about. You are going to transcend. You are going to expire. You are going to, and the lack of better words, you're going to die. That's unavoidable. As much as people in church talk about, you want to see Jesus. You know you gotta die to be Jesus. You know you gotta die to be Jesus.
I don't want to see Jesus.
You know how there's only one way you can see him.
Right.
They just be beating around the bush.
I'm going to mute my phone, man. I'm just about to get real loud in here, but I'm staying in the class though.
Okay, bet. How's everybody else doing, man?
Ready.
That's good.
Oh, I was going to say, don't forget to record.
Right. I'm glad you said that.
All right. This is the last thing. When we going to get that ramification? When we going to get that ramification?
Soon. In about a couple weeks. Promise. Yeah, it's coming out in about a couple weeks, man. I'm actually working on the second volume of the Book of Knowledge right now. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I got some good reviews on it. But to be honest with you, I don't think I did my best work. So this watch. This next one, which gonna be out in about probably a month and a half, 2 months. I want to get like 4 books out this year. But yeah, it's gonna be some real heat, some real shit that people don't even know about. But the whole thing about this book, the reason it's volume 1 is because I anticipated, and the reason it's kind of written in the way it is, it's kind of written in an easy way, broken up into paragraphs and bullet points and all that stuff, is I had to satisfy people who already know some of this stuff, but I also had to break it down for people who don't know nothing about this stuff. So That's why I was written like that. But volume two, I'm bringing the heat, man. I don't care if if you need to go, get your cliff notes or whatever. You're gonna have to do that because I'm not gonna really dumb it down. It's just I'm gonna give it to people raw, man. That's what we do here, right?
Yeah, I think Rod said it last class. He described your book as a masterpiece, and I finished it, and I definitely have to agree. It's like how you're saying. It's just like one size fits all, but it's so potent.
I don't see it as potent. I really don't. So if y'all, I'm glad though. If y'all think that first book was potent, the second book, the second volume of that, man, we going places. We going places. We going places. And I'm a cram. It's gonna be like I got a book right now that I wrote, Power of the Soul, right? It don't got no paragraphs really or nothing. It's just straight at you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think I got chapters. I would have to go back in there and put some chapters in and label them and stuff like that. But it's just straight writing, you know. Um, I'm gonna put that out too. I wasn't, but I have to like divide it at least in the chapters. But it's just straight writing. When them thoughts hit, man, you just got to get them out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I be flowing. So, you know, the next secret book of knowledge is gonna have the chapters and all of that, the pictures and all of that. But it's gonna be really more trying to get as much information out as possible. You know, and if you got the first book, I'm even thinking about not even letting nobody buy the second book unless you get the first book because you gotta have a foundation with knowledge, man. You can't walk up to a complete stranger from the Netherlands and tell them about how your city works. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna understand. All they're gonna do is Google. Oh, I want to try American chicken wings or soul food. That's gonna take them straight into the hood, right? So some places, you ain't know anybody just can go down there. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the second book is gonna be. It's like if you ain't got no foundation of this book is gonna be out of your league. You won't even be able to connect. You know what I'm saying? I got some real good shit though for us, and it's so ironic because I was making a post about this tomorrow. I've been actually working on some AI to visualize it because I was relaying it into my book about you know that the true population of the world. Let's just say they say 8 billion. The true population of the world is of humans, of actual human beings, is probably only 1 billion people. Maybe two. I would be really pushing it to say two. Let me record this. 'Cause you done said it,
The
DJ.
recording has started.
I don't forgot it. So let me rephrase that thought, reiterate that thought, like I was saying. So what I got to show y'all a video that actually Cotton Candy just sent me um, about a video that's talking about the population of the world, and I was making a video about this for tomorrow to go on my Instagram page, and uh, it was tying in what I wrote in my book about the actual population of the world. And so the actual population of the world, I believe, based on the math, because math don't lie, is probably only about 1 billion actual human beings, maybe 2 billion, at the most. But the rest, they not humans. The rest of the people in the world are not human beings. I'm telling you this. All right. There's a whole lot of different factors involved. And the first factor I was going to tie uh, in my book comes from talking about the Nagas, the serpents, the serpent people. which we have in the School of Esoteric Knowledge, we have went over this a few times with the dowsing rods. And by the way, the dowsing rods were acting like pure pussies today. And I said I wasn't gonna cuss them out, but now that I realize that it's never the same two, I thought I had two niggas that stayed with me at all times like bodyguards. But now that I know that they switch and they come in shifts, and it ain't just like it could, man. Then you gonna get some assholes. You're gonna get some tricksters. You're gonna get all of that shit. And today I was trying to ask them some shit, and they, I don't know if they wasn't responding or they was saying no. But whatever, I didn't like it, and I had to cuss these bitches out. And I said I wasn't gonna do that no more. But now that I know it's different ones, fuck you and fuck your stinking mama, whoever the fuck it is, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. My bad, you too. But that's how I feel about whoever it is on the other side monitoring me. Because that's all they doing. They not here to help you. They're not going to help you. They only going to do their job. And that's why it's important that y'all join these classes. That's why it's important that you get the books and the soul trap session and stuff. Because I don't know where humanity gets it that beings that you cannot see on the other side, I don't know where you get this BS from that they have some type of love for you. Because they most certainly don't. They hate you. You are viewed the same way to them as your progenitors viewed you when they was making your miniature asses. And they see us as ants. A tool to be used. They don't care about you. How could one of them care about you? And remember, they shift. They work in shifts. How could one care about you and nobody care about a starving baby in Africa, or a kid that's being, you know, SA'd right at this moment? Somebody in the world is who don't deserve it is being, you know, at this moment. So when you hear these freaking idiots talking about how blessed they are and somebody favoring them and all of that, they delusional. They are freaking delusional, fam. These beings, and I'm pretty sure they might even answer that question. They don't want to answer nothing else. Motherfuckers. Shit, I'm not being shadow banned because these niggas is helping me. These niggas are the very ones doing the goddamn shadow ban. They the ones that's whispering in their ears, telling them to shadow ban. Any of you bitches want to talk to me today? Huh? I said, any of you bitches want to talk to me today? Saying
Watch
no.
out for YouTube, bro.
You saying no, right? Saying no, you don't want to talk to me. Well, answer this question. This is just one question. That's all I got. And I thank you for answering it in advance. But this one question, just let the people know. Does anybody on the other side give a God bless America about anybody on this side? Yes or no? And that answer would be no. They don't care about none of us. That's not, we kids to them, if not pets. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you, me, or nobody else. And, you know, I'm not giving them no more respect. F all of that. See, every time we, and when I say we, I mean a human, every time because we got this nature that they done built up in us. I think we programmed with it. And that's to be nice and friendly. And they bank on that in the afterlife, that you're gonna be nice and friendly. And then you go into the afterlife and they play on that and they end up tricking your ass right back into the soul trap. So I'm gonna keep it 100 like I've been keeping it across the board. F them. They can kiss my black motherfucking butt. F them. F them, F them, F them. If you're gonna lift me up and throw me across the wall, I don't give a bless America. You know what I'm saying? Fuck I'm supposed to do? Cry? Ain't be the first time I got beat up. Well, I don't actually remember being beaten up, but won't be. Hey, it's first time everything, right? So I'm man. I don't care. What you gonna throw some dishes on the floor? What you gonna do to me? See, when you start thinking like that, and you take away every possible threat that I don't, what you gonna do? Kill me? You mean you're gonna release me from this prison suit so I can unleash a can of whoop ass on you? You go right ahead and you do that. You go right ahead and you do that. See, now you have nothing to threaten me with because I don't value this life. I don't value my family, my friends, nothing. I understand that this is all an illusion because I am a soul inhabiting a vessel that you have created so I can work as a slave for you. I come in this world with nothing, and you make sure that I leave with nothing. You see what I'm saying? This is the only game in town where you spend your whole quote unquote lifetime doing, being productive, creating, and you actually leave with nothing. Make that make sense. So when people start to understand what reality is, if the soul moves on after death, then what is this that you live in here right now? This ain't real. So guess what? All the money and all the stuff, all the money and nice things we try to accumulate in life, physical things, we can't take none of that with us. But what's the only thing you could take with you on to the next life? Is knowledge. So knowledge should be like knowledge should be up there with money. But is it? No. But knowledge should be right up there with money because knowledge should be number one and money should actually be number two because knowledge is the only thing that you can take with you when the body goes. The money and everything else stay. So now that I know that, and now that I know that there's a system on the other side, just like it's a system here, just like we got rules and regulations here in this life that's governed by a system that if you violate them, the whole system works together to come after you, right? It's the same on the other side. It's the same on the other side. Where you think we learned it from? Everything humanity knows was given and taught to them. So where you think we learned this mess from? They did. As above, so below. They got a system above, we got a system below. Look what happened to the Watchers. We call them the Watchers, but really, to the system, the Watchers are called what? Criminals. You did a criminal thing, taking them human floozies for wives, them dumb women down there, giving them knowledge. How dare you do such a thing? We're gonna as a punishment, we're gonna take away your bodies and leave you as spirits, but we're going to condemn you to a physical world without a body. So that physical world, which you loved and enjoyed so much, you're condemned to it, but you cannot participate in it whatsoever, except on a minimum basis. And that's what the Watchers do. All they could do is watch. See, maybe they called the Watchers not because of what they was doing beforehand. They called the Watchers because after their judgment was given to them and their bodies was taken away, all they could do was watch. That make much more sense to me of why they called the Watchers, because all they can do is watch. They can't participate no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a dude going to the joint. All you can do is watch TV. That's all you can do. Watch the real world because we done plucked you up out of the real world and put you someplace that you cannot participate. So the Watchers, guess what? You had to watch your wives after what happened to you, because the story don't say nothing about what happened to their wives. I don't think they just killed them. I mean, they might have, but I don't think they did. So what would they if they didn't kill them? What you think the women did? The same thing women do when they man go to the joint. What's that? Go get another one. So the watchers had to watch their wives that they divulged magic to and all of that stuff. Go get with some other dudes and they the watchers. Watch her take that D at night. You know what I'm saying? They the watchers. That's what they do. They watch. Crazy punishment. But yeah,
Fucked up shit.
but yeah, this video we're gonna look at real quick is talking about it's a website actually that we're gonna go look at too. That is talking about the majority of the people in the world is is not real. They fake. Now, the reason I said I think out of 8 billion people, we only in reality have about 2 million actual human beings is because it's not just clones you got to worry about. Look, now we know the government. Our governments are cloning people. That's so how many people you think they done clone? All right. Then you got Orlando Brown talking about not only do they clone people, but they swap souls out, you know, from the vessel. It don't matter which vessel. They can kidnap the real you, take you someplace, remove your soul, and let another soul go in that knows the agenda, that has an agenda, and then release you back out. Man, where you been? Remember, the agent soul talking now. He like, oh man, I got caught up in some BS. Hey, what's up? Sound just like you, everything. Hey, what's up? What you doing? Then guess what he go do? A mass shooting. And we all like, damn, I knew that cat. Why did he do that? It wasn't him. It looked like him. It was his vessel, but it wasn't him. Then you got, which is a video I posted. Instagram shadow banning my pages, so nobody probably ever seen it, but a recording of, uh, it was a recording of like some type of session, hypnotic session or whatever, and the soul of the person or the person, was telling the hypnotherapist asked, "Have you always been in that body?" And the person was like, "No, we got into this body around age 5 or something like that because the first soul couldn't take it, couldn't take being in the body." And they said they saw an opening and they took it. So you got shit like that going on too. Then you got the alien agenda, reptilians and different kind of shapeshifters down here. I mean, it's a lot of people looking to fit in down here. And that's how you get a population boom of 6-7 billion people in 120 years. Some remarkable stuff that should not be happening. So and what's the killing is what's the crazy part about it is that a lot of people just don't want to know that some of these people are your family and friends. Flat the hell out, man. Some of these people are your family and your friends. All right. They're your family and your friends, and you'll probably never ever know or figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably never know or figure it out. And I just, my parents gone, but I'll be trying to think like, was there ever a time when something was weird or it would lead to me thinking they were switched or no, can't think of nothing. Can't think of nothing. Now, it may be something up with my brother because he's schizo. Where did that come from? This dude was going to college to be a fucking pharmacist. Left college with a mental disease. Did something happen out there? We from Cleveland, Ohio. He was going to college through a church program, which was Amish related, and so he was out in Heston, Kansas. Ain't no niggas out there. They was writing nigga on the wall, shit like this. Did something happen? I mean, that's not something that'll make, especially coming from my family, with my father. My father was like James Evans, so that wouldn't make you, mentally burst or go nuts. What it would make you do is fight. You know what I'm saying? But that it never came to pass like that. He just came home. Then he tried to go to the Navy, couldn't. So, what happened? And then he went out to the L.A. Unfortunately, he was there when the riots jumped off. So, but what happened? But actually, out there is when he actually said some weird shit happened to him. He said he saw Jesus in L.A. Now, L.A. is reptilian central. And if it's reptilian central, then there's probably other aliens out there too. So I think he saw something and it got into his head and they came to him on the Jesus freak level. He ain't never been able to shake it. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't think they swapped him out. I think they just messed with his head. But I mean, everybody ain't human, man. Everybody's not human. We got some shapeshifters down here. We got people from other planets. We actually got actual real live aliens that ain't changed their appearance at all. That's got minor details. Maybe ears or something like teeth or something, and they would just simply walk around this bi as if they're human. Because that video I posted of the dude that was from outside the Antarctic wall and said this was a prison planet. This dude's teeth is like this big. And he's just walking around with gray eyes, with wolf eyes. I don't want to say gray, they're not gray because they gray glazed over where you really can't even see his pupils. Look like the eyes of a wolf to me. But that dude, he's just walking around here like a tourist. You know what I'm saying? You're not human. So it's a lot of beings that's here that's, they not human, man. They not human at all. And I counseled a couple of people in the past dealing with that in their lives that they done, bred with an alien, a reptilian. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is real, man. And the crazy part about it is that this how they know that their programming is so good. Because they flooded us all through when they start with the aliens, in the 60s and the 70s, 60s, 70s, beginning in the 60s, with the whole alien thing, they just bombarded us with it. Because they knew there would be a time when the majority of the world would be aliens and the humans wouldn't even care. Because the majority of people don't even care or in the worst part, don't even believe. That's the worst part. They don't believe. You still got people that tell you they don't believe there's other life on Earth, but then they'll turn around and tell you they believe in God and God created the universe. And they don't see the conundrum in what they freaking just said. You don't believe there's other aliens, but you believe in a God who created the universe and put humans on a earth, but no place else. And you got people who actually believe that.
And Rraw,
Yeah.
don't you think that it's like a mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard when a person program, I use the word program because they grow up in this caution. They grow up in this kind of religion that they believe this is no other way.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter how much you're trying to explain to them. It's like you're not getting through to them. I believe that it's not us only that we will share with them so that they will be awakened, yes, or help them to become awakened. But it has to be something with that connection with the universe, some some guidance. Let's say they're spiritual guide,
Mm-hmm.
something that triggers them to believe because you can be sharing and sharing. It doesn't really matter how much you are sharing, you're just not connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard.
That's a
And
good
sad
point.
at the same time.
And that's a good point. And but you will never know. And see, this is my belief. It's levels, there's levels to everything. But some of these people have levels. Some of these clones or aliens, whatever you want to call them, some are the basic level, which they program to do, the whole material thing. You know, uh, live life, sex, chase dreams, that stuff like that. But they never have any thoughts. They never wonder. I was actually telling my dude this earlier. They never wonder. And when I say wonder, that means what makes this why is the sky why is the sun in the sky and why it don't fall? Just thoughts, random, thoughts like that. Wonder about shit, right? You got people out here who don't wonder, who never wondered about anything in their life. They just simply did as they had told and never had an independent thought.
And that's the program.
Yeah.
That's the program.
But I think people like that are possibly cloned or, even if they go through the birthing process and all of that, and we think this is just a human being and you just had a human, nah, nah. Artificially inseminated, the whole thing been planned and programmed from the beginning. And it's these type of people who are put into our families and our lives, usually around other people. Because guess what? In my family, my sister, she don't think. She don't wonder. My brother, before he got crazy, he never wondered. My mom, she kind of wondered, but she was still in the system. I just get certain traits. She has certain traits of, aggression and things of this nature, right? But my father, when he went over to the service, to the war in Korea, and that's where he said he saw aliens, and that never left him. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't nowhere near what I am. You know what I'm saying? But he did watch, like In Search of and anything on aliens that came on TV, PBS and stuff like that. It wasn't much back then, but he was into that. You know what I'm saying? So, but that would be only two. So you saying it was a family of five. So you saying the other three was there to keep us on track with the system and make sure that a family of thinkers is not raised here. You know what I'm saying? And to try to get the thinker, who was me, influence this dude back into the system. Influence him back into the system. Let's offer him a job with the FBI. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't want that job? Let's send him to prison. But he cannot afford to be out in the populace with them type of thoughts and with his ability of, speech where people are listening to him because he's putting it in such of a matter of fact way that it's impossible not to see what he's saying because the easy way he's saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you might look at your own family and be like, okay, well, I'm the thinker in the family on this type of level. Is anybody else in the family like this? You'd be surprised to find that I don't think many of us will say, that there's more in our family than probably you. I could be wrong, but
Oh, you're right about that.
in your family, you the only thinker, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it, and I wondered why. And you reach out to talk with, you're not going to throw it on to people like that, but
Right.
explain what point the feel they're thinking, and it's a bit hard to understand why is it that you think like this versus all others just accept reality the way it is for them.
Yeah. Anybody else got a family of thinkers? Or are you just the only one?
I have, this is Roger. I have two boys that are in the military. One's in the Navy, one's in the Army. And they are big, just like me. And they on the same level. They trying to get the spiritual side awakened. They know about the system. They know how fake the government is. They know how fake religion is. And so, but as far as like my brother, my mother, cousins, nah, man, they sleep.
All right, go. What'd you say, Randy?
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if you could hear me, man.
Yeah, I know it say no audio. Yeah, it say no audio, but yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, this is my first time on the call, man. I was listening to you for about a few months.
Okay.
Like the end of last year.
Yeah.
And I decided to join or whatever.
Okay, appreciate to have you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a question, but I kind of forgot it though. It was a few weeks ago too.
It'll come back to you. Yeah. Just hop in. Just hop in. So we got who? Go ahead.
One question. How you take the mic off and turn it off? Like I think it has something to do with that.
How do you turn your mic off?
Right now. Yeah, how you turn it off and you turn it back on? You gotta push like star 6 or something.
Oh, you on the phone? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea, but let me see. I don't know why it's not letting me mute. Oh, it's not letting me mute you because it says what? It's not recognizing you as having audio, so it won't let me mute you. So you will have to mute on your side, like just mute your phone.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll try it. All right, man.
All right.
Yeah. I think I'm the woke one now. My brother is with Minister Farrakhan. My younger brother, he's like a 5%er. And my mom is Blue Lake. She Delta Pi Sigma. I love them all, but
yeah,
said I'm the black sheep of the family. I the one that woke up about 6 years ago, went back to sleep. Now I'm waking up again.
Yeah. The crazy part is the way the system is designed. It's got everybody trying to find some place to fit in. Everybody want to belong to something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to belong to something. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be this. You know what I'm saying? I think I look back on my prison time. Like I was watching that show Orange is the New Black, and the thing that they feared the most was going to the hole. In my first 2 years, I went to the hole 49 times. All right. 49 times. And avoided SC from that, But they finally told me, you go to the hole one more time, we're going to put you on SC. But it didn't even matter to me. The hole was 30 days, SC was 90 days. What I learned is that I don't mind being alone. So I started saying, fuck you a lot to the COs when they would say do something and I didn't want to do it. Like, fuck you. I ain't doing that. Up against the wall, Raw. You know what I'm saying? Then it just got to the point because they knew you couldn't scare me with the hole. They would be like, "Are you gonna do that?" I'd be like, "Nope." Like, "You going to the hole?" Yeah. All right, here. They would hand me the handcuffs. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that really, I don't want to belong. You know, when I went to college, I didn't want to join a fraternity and all that. I don't want to belong because my whole thing is I'm such a strong-minded person who is going to sit down and figure out the right way. If you're doing something the wrong way, you know, like at a job or something, you know, if your boss don't know more than you and stuff like that, I don't want to work here up under you. You a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like I need this check, but you pissing me off because you stupid. And I don't even want to tell you the right way of doing shit because then you gonna go run and get the credit. So, you know, it's just everybody. I don't get why everybody is looking for some type of group to belong to. You know, I'm more antisocial than social because I can only like I could kick it with y'all on the streets. Every single last one of y'all. I can't do that with just random people. I can't do that because eventually I'm gonna say something that's gonna offend them. Like fuck God, fuck your Allah. You know, I was Muslim for 10 years. We got a Muslim on here saying always remember that Allah died for our sins. You, this dude don't even know Islam. Allah didn't die for your sins, bro. Allah is the God. He did not die for anybody's sins. And see, when I was Muslim for 10 years, and you get to interacting with people who are born into Islam, usually of Arab faith, they be thinking they know something. And I found out you know very little because I read the Quran 11 times. How many times have you read it? You see what I'm saying? So, like, the same ignorance you got in Christianity, you have in Judaism, you have in Islam, you have with anybody that's claiming anything. Because usually the people that's on the bottom are just followers. Eastern Star, Masons, I don't care what group you say. They all followers. That's why they at that low level position and don't know shit. The people that's running the organizations or the religions, they know it. They know your Bibles. They know this is how they're able to manipulate that stuff to get the dummies to follow. Because I don't care what book it is or what organization you belong to. All right. As far as religions, if you read your religious books, you would not be that religion. If you read the Quran, you would not be a Muslim. If you read the Bible, you would not be a Christian. And if you read the Torah, you damn sure wouldn't be a Jew. You would not claim these things because to claim them is to admit you are a stupid slave that is submitting to a being that you do not know, understand, and damn sure have not felt. They not in your life. They not controlling your life. You're controlling your life and allowing them to set the rules. Ain't that something? You joined Islam or was born into it, however, but you don't set the rules. They set the rules and you abide by them like an idiot. Just like in Christianity. You didn't set the rules. They set the rules. But who control your life? You do. And yet you are the the slave master that's driving yourself into slavery when it is you who control your life. And ain't no person in any religion done seen God, Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, Allah, Yahweh. Ain't none of y'all seen him. Ain't had one conversation with him. And yet He controls your life. You doing what he wants you to do, and you ain't never seen, heard, or nothing from him. That's like these women who fall for these overseas dudes and give them all their money. He ain't fucked you. He ain't touched you. Nothing. I mean, this go back to a long time when these dudes overseas was getting these women for their money. Some of these women had never even talked to the person. He just had a slick pen hand. And she was lonely. And that check would go in the mail. Imagine that. Somebody controlling what you do from what they say, and that's it. And yet, if any of us was a part of any religion, that's exactly what we did. Allow somebody to control us that you ain't never seen, heard of, met, kiss, touch, hug. And my dumb butt, my dumb ass, I didn't get enough of it in Christianity. I converted to Islam and gave Allah and them 10 goddamn years. Praying 5 times a day. Fasting. I mean, fasting good for you, but praying 5 times a day. Wearing this goddamn robe all the goddamn time. With that fucking hat on my head that keeps slipping off because I got a bald head. I'm going through all of this shit because of this nigga. A nigga I ain't never seen, heard, did, ain't gave me shit. Was my life better as a Muslim? Hell to the F no. I ain't getting no more money. I ain't getting nothing. Just another set of rules to follow by somebody I ain't never seen, ain't never gonna see, who's taking my little money and got me doing all these tricks like a monkey. Pray 5 times a day. Okay. Don't eat pork. Don't do this. Don't do that. Okay. We stupid as heck. We stupid. We are so dumb and stupid. They really did a number on us. Now give that argument to your mother. They're gonna swear something wrong with you. We sitting up here doing all this stuff for beings we ain't never seen or heard. Ain't nobody seen or heard of them in thousands of years. I could understand Adam and Eve doing it. I could understand Prophet Muhammad doing it. I could understand the disciples doing it. But what I cannot understand is niggas 2,000 years later doing it. That don't make no sense. That just show you how stupid we are. I mean, like, humanity is really dumb and stupid. You mean to tell me we sitting up here doing something out of fear from somebody who was in the physical 2,000 years ago? So 2,000 years later, I'm still afraid? We got to be complete idiots. We got to be complete idiots. Is Russia still afraid of the United States? Is China still afraid of the United States? Is anybody still afraid of the United States? No. How is it that, and is not the United States still a superpower? Yes. Is not our nukes still there? Yes. Do you have a reason to be afraid of the United States? Yes. Yet we afraid of a God that ain't showed his face in thousands of years to the damn body. And I don't care what your religion is. You still afraid. You still afraid. We don't even know if he's still there. Somebody go missing for 2,000 years. You got to be like, wait a minute. Was that dude real in the first place? Do we got any evidence today that any of these beings, God, Allah, Yahweh, Krishna, or Buddha, anybody, do we have any evidence today that these people are still alive? Alive, well, and kicking. Do we have any evidence of that? None, zero, zilch. We don't have no evidence. They could be dead, all we know. Is anybody doing anything miraculous in the world today or in the past 1,000 years or 500 years or recent history? No, we ain't got nothing. We have nothing. Ain't no ain't no ocean been divided, ain't no miraculous saving of a whole group of people. We ain't got jack. And niggas is still doing what? Please help me, please help me, please help me, please help me. And so, you know, there's anomalies in everything you do. There's an anomaly in everything you do. Playing golf, you hit the hole in one. Shooting pool, the 8-ball go in. There's anomalies in everything you do. So if people are dying, which I think if you Google it, some worldwide, like 4,000 people die each hour or each day, one of the two. Out of those 4,000 deaths that go on day after day after day after day after day, there's going to be an anomaly where somebody that should have died didn't die. That's called an anomaly. It's not called a miracle. That is not justification that you take that one anomaly and say, see, God do exist, because guess what? All of y'all, Allah's people, Yahweh's people, Jesus people, all of y'all are trying to claim that same anomaly. No, no, Allah did that. No, Jesus did that. No, Yahweh did that. Because you want some proof that your God still exists. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for telling you that the odds are against that your people are even alive. It's been 2,000 years. What is he waiting on? What was so important back then that Yahweh or whoever walked through the Garden of Eden so that people saw him? Moses saw him. The children of Israel saw him. What was so important back then in those times that the actual people saw the so-called gods? And then now today, ain't nobody seen nobody. And you ain't even talking to nobody. At least back then, the people had a prophet that went and talked to the God. We ain't even got that. No religion has that. So
apparently he's not here because we're sinning now.
Oh well, we've always been sinning. They believe me, they was doing more sexing back then than we doing now because we got stuff to do today. Back then, everybody ain't had nothing to do, and when you ain't got nothing to do, you do that. Africa is a testament to that. All right. So, but yeah, ain't even no intermediary. He ain't talking to nobody. Ain't nobody in this world is being talked to by Allah. There's nobody in this world being talked to by Yahweh. Nobody by Jesus. Ain't no. Where's the intermediary? Back then you just flick through a Bible at all the names. Ezra, Isaiah, uh, Moses, Jacob. I mean, all these people. Abraham. He was talking to everybody. Nigga couldn't shut up.
Right. Hey,
Nigga,
Raw, can I say something?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. When you said that they were sexing and all kind of things back then, well, Ezra had two sons, and they were in the priesthood, and they were killed because they were bringing prostitutes in the temple and having sex. And that's in the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah, Ezra was getting it in. And see, that's what I mean, though. What was so special back then that the so-called gods felt the need to make themselves accessible? And then now, when we need them really the most, this, they're not fighting nuclear wars and all of that. And, this would be a time you would think he would be even more accessible. But you know why none of your gods are accessible? Is because they don't want to come here and answer the question, why is you why is humanity went down this road? Because you destroyed humanity in the first flood because they went down this road. So you put the same product back out on the streets and we doing the same thing. So the fault is not with us. The fault would be with your gods. How do you destroy it? I mean, that was your justification for killing millions of people, if not billions back then. We don't know how many. But you put the same product back out on the streets. The same product back on the shelves. And it's delivered what? The same results. And what is the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And if I know that and you know that, then either your God is stupid, insane, or not who he says he is. And people don't want to realize this. You niggas the world been flooded out because y'all was fucked up, and now you fucked up again. So let's take a look at the source now. No need to look in the mirror. We know we fucked up. But who keep putting a fucked up product down here and then punishing that product for being fucked up? Maybe that person is the one who needs to look in the fucking mirror. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm built this way. By who? The creator. So I want to harp on the fact that you destroyed a whole world claiming it was their fault because they chose to sin. And yet, what did you expect to be different if you put the same people back out here? What did you expect different? Let's get God on the podcast. God, what did you expect to be different if you put the same type of people back in the world? Explain that one to the people, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing to say? Go ahead. Maybe we'll get the Thousand Rods and see if they'll answer for their leader.
Wouldn't that be considered a mistake?
Exactly. Exactly. Y'all chop it up for a second. I gotta take a leak.
Well, that's why God destroyed him. The Yahweh in the Bible destroyed him because he said he was ashamed of what he made, the image that he made the people out of. He was ashamed of, and so he destroyed it. But it just goes to show you that how dumb the God of the Bible is, because you set up here and made this creation, and you should have known what was going to happen. The people you can't control people all the time. Once people get a certain amount of knowledge, they become uncontrollable. They won't listen to you because the stuff that you're bringing them, it's foolishness. They're beyond that. They've graduated to a higher level of consciousness, so they're not going to listen to that lower consciousness bullcrap.
let's talk to the thousand rods. I was in the toilet telling them I'm going hard on them. I don't give a fuck. They might swing these and slap me in the face with them. I don't care.
Here we go.
All right. So can we start from a neutral position? Is there anybody here willing to speak with me? And I will be respectful to you, I promise. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Can we start from a neutral position? Neutral. Thank you. All right. So let's ask this question. Let me see. I want to see how to phrase this. Is God crazy? Let's just answer that. Is God crazy? Y'all moving toward yes. Is he? You saying yes, God is crazy. Okay, I believe that. I will believe that. If we start from a neutral position, please. Because you know what's next in my mind. You got to be crazy. If we believe the story of the Bible, which we know is not totally true, but you know, God don't care about humans, do he? Do God care about humans? I'm talking. Okay, let me rephrase that because you're gonna say yes, and I know what you think. You thinking, yeah, he care about humans because we his slaves, and if we don't get the work done, you know, the system don't work. So let me ask you this: do God care about the souls that's inhabiting these fake bodies? Like, do he care about that soul's well-being? Does he care about the soul's well-being? Saying no? Yeah. All God cares about is the work getting done, basically. Is that true? Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you for answering that. So, if we start from a neutral position, so uh, religions, just a part of the system to help the system work. True? Yes. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. If we start from another neutral position, yeah. All right. Y'all move so slow with me. I don't know why do y'all move fast with the girls with the thousand rods, but for me it's at a snail's pace. Like, is it because you don't like me? Do you like me? Do y'all like me?
Because I think
They're
they
saying
can't
no.
feed off of you.
Yeah,
They
no,
can't
they don't
feed
like
off
me.
of you.
They don't like you. Don't like none of us though. You don't like none of us, do you? Is that true? You don't like none of us? Right. So let me ask you this, because y'all got a hive mentality, right? If we can start from a neutral position. You guys got a hive. Let's answer that question. It's a hive mentality on the other side where if one knows, everybody knows in the system. Is that true? Pretty much? Yes. All right. Now, having said that, we can start neutral. Appreciate you guys. Neutral, you know. Come on, y'all, don't make me mad. Start cussing you out. Uh, so if it's a hive mentality and them girls, and I'm picturing them in my head, the white girl and the black girl that do these thousand rods. Um, are they being misled by y'all? Yes. All right. And you know the difference between me and them is I basically ask if we can start from neutral position. Thank you. I basically ask you questions that I already know the answer to, so that you can't deceive me. But if we can start neutral, please. Thank you. Can I get the question out, please, first? But if I didn't know as much as I did, and I was relying on you to like give me answers to build the portfolio of knowledge in my brain, you people would mislead me, wouldn't you? Would you mislead me? You can continue going to say yes, because I know you would. You mislead the idiots, the ignorant. You see what I'm saying? That's true. I know it's true. Thank you for that. So we was talking about where the hell is God at? Can we start neutral? Thank you. I know y'all don't want to talk about God because that's your boss. Is God your boss? Is God, who we call God, is that your boss? Yes. So your answers during this segment, if we start from neutral position, your answers during this session, please don't go that far. Your answers during this session is going to be biased. Is that a safe assumption that any questions I ask you about God, that your answers may be biased? Yes. All right. All right. So, but let's just be clear. Uh, Allah and Yahweh the same person? Well, no, let me rephrase that. Is Allah and the God of the Bible the same person? Is Allah and the God of the Bible the same person? All right. Yes. All right. Thank you for that. So there's different gods in the Bible, correct? Yahweh is one of them, but there's other gods in the Bible that's hidden by being called Lord or God. Is that true? Yes. So just because it says Lord God does not mean this. Can we start from a new position? Oh God, y'all draining me, man. Especially you. Why do you keep running to my backside? Just stay right here. Thank you. All right. Always got to sweet you. You always act weird. All right. So so let me ask you this. How many different gods are in the Bible? Over two? Is there more than two different gods in the Bible? Yes or no? Is there more than two different gods? Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for answering. All right. So it's more than two. Can we start from a neutral position over here? Thanks. All right. So if it's more than two, is there more than four? Is there more than four different gods in the Bible? Yes. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let me just jump out there with a number. Is it more than 10? Is it more than 10 different gods in the Bible? Yes. And to be clear, Spirit Rods, they all are named Lord or God in the Bible, but they are different people who actually have a different name and are not the same person. Is that a true statement? They're not the same person. Sometime today, please. Yes. All right. We can start from neutral position, please. Neutral position. Is anybody here willing to speak to me? Do you guys want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me? Is it because, do you want to talk about something different other than God? Do you want to talk about something different, something other than God? Or you just don't want to talk to me? Do you guys have to talk to me? Do you have to talk to me? Then you ain't doing your job then if you have to talk to me. All right. So that's all I wanted to know. I already knew it. That's what I was saying. I only asked them pretty much questions that I know the answer to. It's over 10, according to them, it's over 10 gods in the Bible, but it's probably even more than that. You know what I'm saying? Because these gods were the Anunnaki, each individual one, not the Anunnaki. You know, I'm pretty sure Enki is a god in the Bible. We just don't know his exact name. I'm pretty sure, Marduk is one, and Anu and Enlil, they all, and then there's other Ninhursag, you know, they all were what you call gods, because the people were stupid and ignorant, you know. And then look at ancient Egypt, blue people and green people on the wall. I mean, Marge Simpson in ancient Egypt, they just dug her up a couple years ago. 2,000-year-old sarcophagus with a picture of white Marge Simpson in a green dress and big blue hair. Make that freaking make sense. Make that make sense. And niggas, and these Kemetic niggas talking about ancient Egypt was ruled by black people. No, they was not. Green, blue, white people. And probably reptilians or serpents. But not no niggas. Niggas ain't never, man, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, my black brothers and sisters. You ain't never ran shit. You have been the slaves of the Anunnaki, a white race of beings. That's why they enslave your black ass. That's why it's racial division in the world. People keep thinking that the Anunnaki is black. If the Anunnaki is black and they created this world, wouldn't they elevate black people and white people be the slaves? Wouldn't it be everything would be reversed? Of course it would, you dummies. Motherfuckers, man, you don't want to accept the truth. You don't want to accept the truth. But accepting them lies is going to bring you back. You're going to keep reincarnating into this system. See, and this is where they really confuse people, because a soul has no color. And everybody, I guarantee you, all of us have been the opposite color and the opposite sex before in previous lives. Every single last one of us. Because color don't matter. They just want a body. They just want a body. Color don't matter to them. But because they themselves are white, they have an affinity towards white people. They're white creations. That's why they run the world. And they're going to continue to run the world. Black people, when have black people ran the world? People keep pointing to the Moors. That was one section. And guess what they vowed after that? To never let it happen again. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers got to wake up to the reality of it, man. This is not a place this is not a place for anybody to even try to win. You can't win here. I should be a testament to that. I can't win. Even when I win, they take it away. 1.2 billion views for a Rraw Report on TikTok the first time. Delete the page. The second time, 65 billion views. Delete the page. Even when I win, I cannot win. So that's all that's telling me is this the type of game we in that even when you win, they pull the gun out, pow. You can't win. The game is rigged. You cannot win. Nobody in humanity is winning. And so, I'm about to tell you something. All right, so I went to school with Terrence Howard. All right, he cool. I believe what he said. I don't think he did no gay shit or nothing like that. All right, he speak out against it, and I don't think you can speak out against it if you did it, because they would they got your ass on tape, right? That should have just suddenly appear on tape somewhere, right? So, but here go the thing. I just figured out that the white girl, and I was watching it last night, the white girl in the movie Hustler, or Hustle and Flow, my bad, Hustle and Flow with Terrence Howard, the white girl that played the hooker, that's the same white girl that played in Orange is the New Black with the big head. And that's a dude. That's a fucking dude. So I fell asleep on the movie. I don't know if he kissed this bitch or not. If any of y'all know, let me know. Because I don't know if he, maybe that was his thing. He had to kiss her or something like that. But I don't know if he kissed her or not. But she played a leading role. And what I've been seeing in some of these movies, all right, with some of these stars who they not really like a Don Cheadle or something like that. They kind of a big star, but they not really a big star. And a lot of their movies or TV or film or something, it'll be a dude in there dressed as a woman. So go back to the Biggie video that everybody not bringing up, that that was a dude. And people in New York knew that dude that was playing the girl. Now, do that mean Biggie gay or was we don't know? Some of his lyrics were suspect. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have video of Biggie on tape doing nothing fugazi. You see what I'm saying? So is that like now look who with him though? Puffy. So was it did Puffy say to Biggie kind of like, look, Biggie, we're gonna have to put this dude in the video, or they ain't gonna let the video, they ain't gonna show our video. It's a compromise. You ain't got to do nothing with her. You ain't got to kiss her or let her dance on you or nothing like that. But we got to let her go in the video. Do they do stuff like that? Of course they do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That looked like that little girl. That girl had me fooled when I first seen Hustle and Flow. I didn't know she was in that movie. I didn't know she. I didn't know. I didn't connect the dots at the time. But since I watched Orange Is the New Black for 6 seasons and binge watched it, that's her. And when the movie came on and I first seen her, I was like, that chick. Where's this chick from? I said, wait a minute, that's the girl in person. That's the dude in person. That's a dude. That's a dude. So did Terrence Howard have something to do with that? Did they tell him, look, this dude is going to play this part, or this don't happen the way you think it's gonna happen? I believe they make them do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Did he compromise his manhood? Probably didn't. But a dude played one of your leading, uh, you know, supporting actresses, and it's not a woman. You see what I'm saying? That's like Ice-T. Ice-T will never tell you, at least not right now. Ice-T will never tell you that woman is a man. You think he gonna say that right now? No. Is Ice-T kissing her and all that? Hell no. Do he know it's a man? You damn right he do. But is Ice-T gonna tell you, you know, no, but he getting paid, right? So sometimes they make them, they know what's going on, but they there to give the movie or the show authenticity. You know what I'm saying? And they not really compromising their values by, because it's, you want to dress up like a whatever, that's on you, but yeah, so this is some kind of crazy shit, man. Some crazy shit. But the world is fake. All of it's fake. Not some of it, all of it. It's all fake. But especially what they put on TV. Because what's on TV is designed to make you chase after that dream. All right. So let me show y'all this video real quick. Let me show that settings. Wait. All right. What's one of y'all? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Trying to connect to somebody else shit. All right. So let's see if I can show y'all this real quick.
Pay attention to this, right? You can see all of the statistics. Has crazy critical activity on this planet, bro. Antarctica. Y'all see that? This is the website if y'all need it. US/matrix.netflix. Matrix have us on Phantom and Coinbase.
Okay, so this might hurt some feelings.
Pay attention to this right now. Have us on Antarctica. Y'all see this website, right? There is some weird ass activity going on. See, right now you really can't see the colors going on. See, right line. Have us on Phantom and Coinbase.
All right.
Pay attention to
All right. Sorry about that. All right. So we're gonna go to this website. Let me switch my camera around. All right. Can y'all see my camera?
Yeah, we see your screen.
Yeah, my screen. All right. I wanted to show y'all this video too. Hold on, let me switch it real quick.
pay attention to this right now. This is highly important. Right? You can see all of the statistics around the world on this website, right? There is some weird ass activity going on. See, right now you
All right, let me see if I pull up Instagram. Hmm. All right, let me turn y'all off a little bit. Yeah, we gotta start recording everything. Let's see. I'm on this page. I don't even understand. All right. That was the wrong button. All these icons look alike.
This session is no longer being recorded.
Hmm. All right, we in business. All right, bring you guys back on.
The recording has started.
All right, so everybody can see my computer screen, right? Let it go. Y'all can see my computer screen?
Yeah, and we can see it.
All right, bet. All right, check this video out before we look at the website. Check this video out.
This is highly important, right? You can see all of the statistics around the world on the site, right? There is some weird ass activity going on. See, like now you really can't see the colors of my phone. There we go. Now look, show y'all. Notification, moderate, high, critical type shit, right? Look what Quantum has crazy critical activity on the screen, bro. Antarctica. Y'all see that? This is the website if y'all need that. US/matrix.netflix. They should grab us on Phantom and Coinbase. Crazy work. Antarctica. Based off of a real nice statistic. Look at this shit. Based off of the statistics. This is how many people are in America. Bro, do you see how many people that live there? For those who have no idea, there's a project out called Us. And it's basically giving us a scoop that everybody you see is not real. Angels, demons, or imposters. Not gonna lie, you just don't see this type of tech in the space. This shit can really do the race. I'm gonna put y'all on game. You can grab this joint on Phantom Wallet or on Coinbase. I'm gonna drop the C8 in the comments. The more of us it is of us, the more it shows them, yo. Real shit. Look at this. This joint is crazy work, yo. Oh!
These are facts for my angels. I just want to throw it out there. When I woke up today, I staged my room. I cleansed my rods with selenite. These are facts. So I will confirm with the rods on camera. The video that I just showed, about 93 million plus people in America not being human, is that true? Yeah, thank you. Once people say something about my hands moving when I'm doing these videos, that's energy. I can't help it. I can try a little bit harder, but I don't want to. Believe me, don't believe me. That's your prerogative.
All right, so let's ask our thousand rods the same question then. All right. So, thousand rods, I know we don't have a good relationship anymore. But could you answer these questions for me? I appreciate you. So I'm not gonna say the exact number he said about as far as what type of different people here, but we'll use the term non-humans instead of me saying aliens, demons, or clones or whatever. We'll just use the term non-humans. All right. Uh, is there a large number of non-humans posing as humans in America? Is there a large number? Is there? Let's start over again. Is there anybody that would like to speak with me? Please, I would truly appreciate it. See, this is what y'all did when we had the conference, when we first started out with the conference. Y'all wanted to act like pussies on your period. You spiritual beings, you don't have a fucking period. So stop acting like a bitch. Now we're gonna start again. Because it's your duty to fucking nigga, I'm God. And if I say talk to me, talk to me. Fuck that. They're non-humans a large is it a large number of non-humans in America? Yes or no? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We ain't got to like each other to work together. All right. I appreciate you. I respect you. You're not acting like hoes. All right. So was that number somewhere accurate when he said 93 million? Is that an accurate number? Or, is it close to it? In the 90s, 80s, 70s? Is it over 50 million people in America that's not human? How about that? Not moving at all. So can we start from a neutral position? Because you cocked one way and he cocked the other. So let me woosah. Y'all drink mine. All right. I appreciate you guys. I know you busy on the other side, and I appreciate you. So thank you for answering my question. Is there a large number of non-humans in America, like over 50 million? Is that an accurate statement? Yes or no, please? Yes. All right. Thank you. I don't know why I don't even. All right. So yeah, you got a large number that's not human. And I was gonna get around to asking them about the world, but if they here in America, they all over the world. They all over the world. So ask yourself a question. You could turn on the news or TV, live TV somewhere in the world. I mean, somewhere in America right now. You can go walk down the street. You can go to you can just take a drive in your car and just look at the people. They all look like people, right? But somebody ain't. Somebody's not real. So how can you tell who? You don't know if it's your parents, your teachers, your co-workers, your kids. Anybody could have been swapped out at any time. And it could go deeper than just swapping them out. They could have been put in that place, in that position from the very beginning. Because we dealing with the spiritual. See, we only think physical, but you got to realize they don't think physical. they think spiritual. Everything over there is spiritual to them. So that's the beginning. So if they wanted, let's just say they wanted the Raw Report to be a clone to misguide the people, boom. I was the seed was planted in my mother, the programming was put into my DNA, and boom, here I am. It would start from the beginning, it would be natural. That's but here go the thing, right? And I was thinking of this the other day. I'm gonna ask the spirit rods in my right. Spirit rods, thank you for answering my questions. I'm not gonna disrespect you no more as long as we have a two-way thing, right? Now look, little indicators to me tell me that the system has planted people in this world who, have all their papers intact, meaning they were born into this world and yet they were programmed by the system. Is that true? Yes. All right. So what am I talking about here? Serena and Venus' father. Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father. He is the program. He was the one that was programmed that agreed to raise that Serena would be raised as a girl, even though it's a boy. He would be raised as a girl and to win tennis champions and stuff like that. Is that true? That this was pre-planned? Yes or no? You ain't yes or no? All right, you saying no? All right, or you not answering one or two? Okay, well let's go here then. Since you're not answering that, even though I know that's true. Uh, Joe Jackson. Janet Jackson said they were not allowed to call this man father. Why wouldn't a man who's got, what do you have, 6, 7 kids? Why wouldn't a man who believes in family that goddamn much would not want his greatest prize to call him the greatest title? And that is dad or father. That wasn't their father, was it? He was cloned, planted, whatever you want to say, but he was planted and put there to raise the Jacksons. Is this true? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So you didn't want to answer the Serena Williams question. We can go to a neutral position. They father, Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father, was the same type of person for the Williams. He was in on this whole plot to raise Serena as a girl, even though it's a boy. Is that true or false? Okay, well, was it the mother then? Well, you coming in saying yes, it was somebody in their family though? Is that what you're saying? Somebody in their family made this deal. Yes. All right. So you're not telling me who. So I would assume it was the mother or the father, but so let me ask you this, Spirit Rods. I want to know who is orchestrating this shit and putting these people in place to raise people, you know. All right, so let me ask you this. So handlers are being put in place of parents to raise kids in a specific position or way, or as actors, athletes, whatever. Is that true? Yes. All right. So let me ask you this: if we can start from a neutral position, please. Uh, the handlers of these stars, are these handlers like from the Illuminati or secret society, or even possibly they work for y'all system? Do these handlers work for the system in some type of way? Yes. All right. So when we look at, for example, when we look at child stars, all right, let's just take what's his name? Bieber. Let's take Justin Bieber, for example. It's a lie that Justin Bieber was discovered by Puffy because Justin Bieber is in the bloodline and he's related by blood to Madonna and a whole host of other people. So that means it was destined for Justin Bieber to be Justin Bieber. Is that true? Yes. Yes. So basically, if we can start from a neutral position, please, you over here. Basically, what you're saying then is not only is the system in charge of, watching us and all of that shit and dictating how our lives go, but y'all also put who we see on that TV and worship and idolize as stars. Is this true? It is? Yes, it's true. See, what woke me up to that whole fact was when Janet Jackson said they wasn't allowed to call their father or daddy. They had to call him Joe. When she said that, I said, damn, this has all been planned. And that, yeah, and that dude, and Joe Jackson, he didn't want to be called father or dad because he not their daddy. Go ahead, Shepard.
No, I heard about that, but I thought that Michael wasn't here. I thought the other kids were, but Michael wasn't here from the information I had ran across about that situation.
Well, you know that, I mean, looking back on them, Chevys, all them niggas look alike. So, you know what I'm saying? They all look alike, bro. Even the girls look like the dudes. I mean, they all, ain't no doubt about it, they all come from the same. Now, whether them people is Joe, but think about it for a minute. They really don't look like the parents. If you really think about it, they really don't look like the parents. So they might not even. Let me ask these motherfuckers. That was an obvious question I should have asked, right?
Hey, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, the fact that we on this topic right now is kind of interesting because I grew up a Tupac fan, and I don't know if you came across this YouTube, bro. It used to be called the Tupac Hole, but they had to switch it up because the state tried to sue whoever's been posting these videos, and these videos been very informational, like, you know what I'm saying, informative. And whoever's creating the videos, though, it has to be like a CIA agent because of the way they break stuff down and how they created a savior like Tupac was supposed to be for the black community. Allegory of like Jesus Christ. His whole career, his whole background was created by the CIA. So the YouTube channel is called the Industry Host. And they got videos on Nipsey Hussle, they got videos on Tupac, they got videos on Travis Scott, and when he had the Astro World with the concerts, sacrificing the fans that came, they break this shit down to a T, and I just find it fascinating because once I started to tune into the videos, it was like whatever attachment that I had to these people,
right,
it's like a spirit that really possessed you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No different from how I felt about Jesus before I came into this information. It's like I feel free. Like, and I realize that everything that we've been shown is just an attack for your attention and your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's crazy, bro. Like,
and let me, before I forget,
it really wasn't even Tupac. It's crazy.
Let me ask before I forget. Spirit Ross, can you please answer this for me? So many celebrities have said, like Lil Uzi Vert and all of them, people say that when you listen to their music, you know, demons and other spirits or whatever attached to you. Is that what's going on? Do they really attach to you? Yes. Yes. All right. So does this pertain to all forms of music? No, that was a stupid question. No, I know that's right. All right. Thank you for answering that. So this pertains to, like, for example, American music, where the record label performs the I guess you would call it the rituals that they do during the master recordings when they summon the demons to attach to the music to make it like a hit or something like that VIP I'm gonna give you a visual in my mind so you can remember the post I made. Do you see the visual in my mind? Was what that guy was saying, is that true? Yes? All right, thank you. So the visual in my mind is I posted a video of a record label executive telling you about how they do spells over the master recordings, but many people have said, is this correct, Spirit Rock? I already asked you really that. But the spirits attach themselves to the viewers. So when Lil Uzi Vert say, if I'm going to hell, y'all going to hell with me because you listen to my music, is that correct, Spirit Rocks? Would that be correct what Lil Uzi Vert says, that if he's going to hell, then his followers, whatever, they going to hell too because of the music? You saying yes? Why you ain't saying that? You acting funny.
It's like whatever they put on the masters, like that spirit of like that imagery, whatever they're listening to and indulging in is gonna rise you. So
Yeah.
you might not necessarily go to hell, for instance, but it's gonna fuck up your life. You're not gonna be able to.
It's a curse. They
be
cursing.
The free spirit of like how we are. Like,
so let me ask you. Let me ask you this, Spirit Rods. All of us here in the School of Esoteric Knowledge, it was only one of us when we did the conference that said he was not cursed. Are all of us here cursed, and is that curse coming from the music that we listen to? Yes. So all of us here are cursed. That curse comes from the music that we listen to. I know I listen to rap, Ross, all of that shit. So let me ask you about the curse.
They said I want curse.
Huh? You was
They
the
said
one?
I want curse.
All right, well, let's ask him. Is Shevis cursed on? Let's start from a neutral position. Is Shevis, you know Shevis, that's here in the group. Do you know Shevis that's here in the group right now? Do you know Shevis? They saying yes. All right. So you know Shevis. Is Shevis cursed? Is Shevis cursed or have a curse on, like the rest of us? Is he cursed? You saying no? You not. What kind of soul you got?
Oh, man.
you know the
Remember saying that I was I came here to prove something.
Oh, you don't have a soul. You don't have one of our souls.
Exactly.
Ain't that some shit, y'all? Look, I got a divine soul. Some of y'all got demiurge souls. Some of y'all got material souls from the conference. And Shevis didn't have one of those souls. They said he was from someplace else. And so the curse, he the only one not cursed.
King or prince. I can't, but I don't remember where I would have got that memory from. But I always remember that as a child growing up. And then I remember I went to the botanical shop and I walked to a certain statue and I was standing. And the dude said that to me. That's why when you asked me, they said, yeah, I'm like, damn, but that memory was been with me just like the goddamn abduction memory.
They saying you ain't cursed. You don't have a curse on you like we all got. But you not from here though, like us. You can't see. You came from someplace else. You
didn't they say prince or something?
They said you was what? A prince?
They said he was a prince. He came down here like because he was proud or something. I thought I remember the comments correctly.
So is Shevis? What did we ask last time?
It was our king or prince.
Is Shevis royalty from a previous life? Is Shevis royalty?
There it goes again, dude. Yeah.
Saying yeah. So let me ask you this then, because royalty on this planet means he came from some other planet. Because we don't have no. Is there royalty that originates from Earth? you know, like humans. Humans don't have royalty. We can't never have royalty because we originate. We was built, created. So spirit rise. Can can a is there human royalty? Is there human royalty? Yes or no? Can if it's I see you going no, but they may not see you going no. So can you just move the rods more than like a millimeter or something? Jeez. So they're saying no, there's no human royalty. So that means if he's royalty, he came from someplace else. You know, he didn't come from Earth. Is that true? Spirit rods? Is that true? Yes or no, please. See you inching toward yes. Jeez, these dudes is lazy. God, is that so hard? Thank you. Why are you being so difficult? You ain't from here, bro. So I don't know what you're complaining about. Shit, now I want to ask him, do the soul trap even apply to your ass? Shit, I might have to give you your money back. So if he's not from here, can we start from a neutral position? Because y'all way wide. You know you only gonna move a millimeter. Let's start like right here. Is that good? All right. Thank you for answering my questions. I appreciate you guys. I'm just joking and making fun. Don't take it serious. Uh, since Shevis is not from here and neither is his soul, when he dies, does he get to walk out and go back wherever the hell he was at? Saying no or yes? Let me re-ask something. Let me re-ask the question, please. Can we get some type of movement? Because I couldn't read nothing from that. Uh, does Shevis, when he die, does he just get to walk out of here scot free and go back to where he came from? Yes. Yes.
So why the fuck the archive was trying to call me when I got shot up?
I don't know. Only thing I can think of, Shevis, is that somebody did somebody trick him into coming here? Did somebody trick Shevis into coming here? Spirit rods. Can we start? Yes. Somebody tricked you into coming. Let me ask you this. Did Shevis ask to come here? Did he ask to come here? Did he ask to do this? Did he, as a soul, request to come here? No. So you was tricked in.
He was tricked. 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 He was.
But at least you get to leave. At least you get to leave. But that's kind of weird. We all cursed, but you not cursed. That's weird. So evidently the curses.
Yeah, ask him if I'm cursed. I want to know if I'm cursed. Yeah.
Who was that?
God, Denzel.
You say who?
Denzel.
Oh, Denzel.
Yeah.
Well, they said we all cursed. Is Denzel cursed too? Do you know who Denzel is? Do you know who Denzel is? Hold on. Let me. All right. Neutral position, please. Do you know who Denzel is? That's talking. That's here in the conference. Do you know who that is? Spirit Rise. Do you know who Denzel is? What's your last name?
Smith.
Do you know who Denzel Smith is? All right. Can we start from a neutral position, please? Acting funny. Do y'all know who Denzel is? Do you know who Denzel is? Yes or no? You don't want to answer. They don't want to answer. They saying no. So you don't want. So he's saying no. All right. So why are you saying no? Is it something different about him? You don't want to. Are you afraid of him? I know that was a dumb question. So is Denzel? Is he cursed? Does he have a curse on him? Can you just answer that, then, please? Does he have a curse on him? Are you saying no? Because
They didn't want to speak because of what I know.
this motherfucker here is mentioned toward yes. You saying like maybe? All right. I'm gonna ask one more time, y'all. Y'all burning me out here on this left side. This dude, you consuming too much energy. All right. And you not acting right. Damn. Is y'all playing? All right. Neutral position. What is wrong with you, man? I done switched you from that side to this side, back to this side. Are we good now? Let's start right here. If it's no, open. If it's yes, cross. Is Denzel is he cursed or have a curse on? Is he cursed or have a curse on? Cross if it's yes, no. If it's no, open. You saying no? You saying no? Dude? He's saying no. He don't have a curse on. But you saying yes.
It's like a kid playing games.
Yeah, they playing games.
Uh,
You playing games,
they
man.
trying to.
Y'all playing games? Y'all playing games with me? You playing games? You playing games? It's funny. Y'all laughing on the other side. This is funny to you. I make you laugh. Is this what this is? I'm a clown. Here, look at him. Yeah, you a clown. I'm a clown. Look, that's real funny, ain't it? Ha ha ha. Fuck you. Back in the box, bitch. Nah, how about that?
They ain't trying to get no info. Yeah.
That's what they was doing earlier, man. I think this will go around. I got some fucking tricksters or some shit. So let's go back to this.
But yeah, man. Like if y'all boys can ever get a chance to check out their YouTube channel, it's called The Industry Hope. Like I said,
Yeah, this
look at.
This is what I wanted to say about that. Tupac was a reptilian, and the reptilians run this bitch.
Yeah.
All right, I posted him shapeshifting. If you go on YouTube and look at the video he did, damn, I forget. It was like I forget the name of the video, but it had that kid on a poster on the wall behind him. Look at his teeth. He shapes.
Yeah, when he was in jail. Yeah.
Yeah, he shapeshift right in front of you on camera. You know what I'm saying? But see, now I done figured out. Go ahead.
But not because I put it in the context like if we look at Jesus, if we look at Buddha, if we look at Harriet Tubman, I feel like you were saying earlier, as the times change, Jesus can't come back at this time because nobody will believe him. You get what I'm saying? So each generation there has to be a new hero that people can identify and look at. So maybe they couldn't turn water to wine, but you expect me to believe Tupac got shot 5 times while he was on a trial for a rape case. Then a few months before that, he shot 2 off-duty police officers. Then before, these are events set up for somebody to lead the masses, in a wild way.
In a direction, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because things like that don't happen to a recording artist, somebody that records music. So if you just pinpoint all of the things that made Tupac who he was, him being a part of the Black Panther Party and all that bullshit and all that, it just was misleading blacks in the 80s.
That's like,
and so each generation now, people are getting smarter. AI technology, Tupac wouldn't be able to live this long because of how fake his life was. It was an act. It was a stage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After he's gone and after Biggie's gone, who's gonna be the next to come up? Okay, we get Barack Obama now. We get Donald Trump now. These are all Jesus figures. They're playing the character of what Jesus is, a savior.
Yeah.
And if you follow Jesus, you're gonna sacrifice yourself for your family, for your kids,
And Jesus
for your
is,
friends,
they
for
all
your job.
reptilians.
You nailing yourself to the cross every time.
And they all reptilians. Because Jesus was called the good serpent.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they all reptilians. Donald Trump a reptilian. Barack told you he a reptilian, even though we ain't seen him shapeshift yet. But they telling you, you know what I'm saying? And then look at Farrakhan.
Yeah.
I ain't posted this video of Farrakhan though, but if you go on YouTube and look at the Farrakhan interview with Mike Wallace, Farrakhan is shapeshifting just like Tupac, his teeth shapeshifting. So they what they do is when a leader rises up, they replace him. They swap him out. They clone him with a reptilian, and they still talk the rhetoric, but they don't never do the action. You see what I'm saying? The real Farrakhan would have done some action by now.
They manufacture.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they manufacture these people for the masses of. They prop one person up so millions of people can follow one person.
Yeah.
That's why the industry and entertainment business is so important. You get what I'm saying?
And then they take over the vessel.
Look at the young generation now. There's motherfuckers. You can't tell me a kid that's in the hood don't think NBA YoungBoy is just as big as Jesus right now. You know what I'm saying? So these are characters that they're playing these roles, and they're the only ones that's making the money at the top. But they have a job to do, and that's mislead. And when you misled, you ignorant, you can't. When you die in that ignorance, you gonna come back in another body in another form, depending on how you died and what you knew before you died. So this information that we learning has like really shredded my humanity of how I think about humanity. It's not real. It never was real. We never did anything. The body did all this shit. The soul just want to be free. You know what I'm saying? So that Tupac shit, that shit blew my fucking mind. Like they go step by step and break it all the way down. So, and I just apply that to anything that's in my life now, or anything that I see on the television. I don't get to say who's coming on my TV screen or who's coming on my news feed. You know what I'm saying? All this shit has been set to us through algorithms.
Yeah, they doing it on purpose. They do. I was just
my whole family might be clones.
Man, I seen it.
Yeah.
I got a video of it.
And the thing, there's another thing, which is people that they create, right? Because I'm starting to, as the more I pull away, I'm starting to just analyze the simulation. And I'm realizing whether I'm at my job or if I'm just out skiing, whether I'm grocery shopping, going to the gym, I will always put somebody that resembles somebody within my family. They have the same characteristics, but they may be older. They may even look the same. So these archons or whoever created this reality, it's only so many faces and so many
variations,
human designs that they can create. Variations. It's only so many that they can do. I'm working with a motherfucker today, and I'm working next one. I'm like, damn, what? I feel like I know him. He feels familiar, and he did one little gesture, and even the way he sounds, like, oh damn, this nigga remind me of this my homeboy that I had in high school. So this is how they play the games on you, like this. But once you start to know this esoteric knowledge, the world begins to slow down. You begin to stop the world and just analyze, be a silent observer, and you realize, like, damn, I'm really in a simulation of video games. I can't take this shit seriously. Take it seriously, but don't take it literally. So I don't take none of this shit to heart. I don't you put my emotions in it, nothing. All that has been eradicated, and you would start to see the secret be revealed to you every second of the day of how they try to even get you to buy into it. Just do an experiment. Get off social media for a week. I guarantee you that girl that you like a picture from last week ago, you might even cross paths with her in traffic. That's why they play these type of games.
You ain't, hey, you know what's so crazy?
Just to get you to get back on social media.
You know what's so crazy? I was, what the fuck? I was in a supermarket the other day, and a dude, the black dude was walking towards me, right? And he kept looking at me, right? I'm like, what this nigga looking at me for, right? And when he got up on me, he was like, "What's up, Doc?" I was like, "Doc." That's what I said mentally. I just said, "What's up, Doc?" And I kept walking, right? But he was smiling like, "What's?" He must thought I was somebody else, right? Doc. I'm not Doc. You know. But yeah, man. It's the world is more controlled than people think. All right. It's not just Google reading your thoughts and you go to Google some shit and there it go. It's not just that, man. It's these motherfuckers around us. It's a system, and people, just because you can't see it, they there. It's man, these niggas is shuffling and bust. Man, these niggas is getting in the way of each other. Each of them got a job to do. It's like on a set, man, but it's all over the world. If we could see this shit, you would be like, oh my God, all these niggas in here. You got makeup, you got, people holding the mic up here. Man, it's a system. I'm about to go do this. Nigga, 30 motherfuckers start whispering in your ear. Do this instead. Do. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole system in place. It's really like that movie, what's that Jim Carrey movie?
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
Yeah, the Truman Show. It's truly like that.
Yeah.
It's truly, and probably even more detailed and excessive than that. It's truly like that, man. People,
Like the Truman Show.
yeah, people think that these thoughts and shit, man, ain't none of these thoughts yours. Even let's just say, I think that Mark Zuckerberg, I think him developing Facebook and all that shit. I don't think that happened like they say. I think these beings, when they want specific people to do shit, they whispered in your ear and tell you what it is. The same shit they was doing to Nikola Tesla. People think Tesla wasn't from here. Maybe he wasn't. But what if he was? Because Tesla was writing down so much shit that was popping in his head. I don't believe shit just pop in your fucking head. Somebody is putting shit in your head. And that shit can be good shit or it can be bad.
That's ironic that this new name is Nikola Tesla, and then we got Tesla car parts today. I think that's fascinating.
Because Elon Musk is not who he proclaiming to be. Elon Musk is not from here.
Who's to say Elon Musk and Nikola Tesla reincarnated?
It's Nikola Tesla reincarnated.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look at that. You're going to change your mind. You're going to change your mind when you go on YouTube and look what his nanny said. He not from here. He not Nikola Tesla. He not from here. He here. He put here. Elon Musk is put here to serve a purpose. Like the unfolding of Revelation and anything else, any other prophecy or whatever. We living through all of that right now. Trust and believe. We living through all that.
He's from Mars.
Yeah, he might be from Mars. Yeah.
He's always talking. That's what he's doing with Starlink. That's part of him trying to get everybody to go to Mars. Mars, we already know, is a planet of war. So that's why I believe he's from.
And it's happening. You got rappers telling you they from Mars. The gang. I'm
Lil Wayne and shit.
Lil Wayne. They telling you they from Mars. So take that what they saying. Then you got people admitting that they are aliens like Chris Brown, which we saw you shapeshift trying to play basketball. We know you a real alien. You know what I'm saying? So, and I believe you probably from Mars. I believe they from Mars. But Elon Musk nanny said his mother got these, what's that island, Easter Island type of, figurines, but they really ancient Egyptian, and that Elon Musk would put them in a circle, and they would open up a portal. And the portal one day,
Hey, bro.
the nanny, it sucked him in, and the nanny grabbed his arm because they told him don't let nothing happen to this boy. So she grabbed his arm, and she got sucked into the wormhole, and she said she saw, was it Toph? She saw Toph, and Toph grabbed her by the neck, and you know, was like telepathically saying, "What the fuck you doing here?" And was squeezing her neck, and she called out Jesus' name, and he let her go. And then they both came up out of the portal, and Elon Musk was about 6'7", she said at the time, and she was like, and he came up to her like, "Why you don't like my friends?" Because before that, before the tunnel opened, he was saying, "I'm gonna show you my friends. Let me show you my friends. I want you to meet my friends." So Toph, Jesus, Jesus run the show. Jesus is Sananda. He is running the show. All right, he is the man in charge. That they put in charge. It's not that he's Jesus, the savior, or nothing like that. He is not your savior. Jesus is the taskmaster. The taskmaster. Blah. The taskmaster. In the Book of Secret Knowledge on page 54. No, not 54. Damn it. In the Book of Secret Knowledge, okay. On page 90, we talk about the serpents and the bloodlines. Jesus is the Naga. So, damn, I forget where it's at, man. But anyway, in the Book of Knowledge, in the Book of Secret Knowledge, the Nagas, I'm going to do a post on this tomorrow. The Nagas, the Nagas, the Nagas, the Nagas. All right? They done changed their name in the Bible. The Nagas is the serpent people. They changed their name in the Bible to taskmasters, or oppressors. And so when you go through, when you're reading about ancient Egypt and the story of Moses and all this stuff, when they say taskmaster or oppressor, they really saying the Nagas, which are the serpent people who ran ancient Egypt. And they actually throughout history. And they change, history changes their names so you don't know this is the serpents. And for example, in China or Asia, they call them dragons instead of serpents. So the reason
Chapter 6, page 64.
Chapter 6, page 64. 64.
Yeah.
All right.
Serpent reptilians and Nagas.
Yeah, so they changed their names and to taskmaster. That's actually like what they did to Prophet Muhammad in the Bible. They changed his name from Muhammad to "Oh Sweet and Lovely One." All right, so you wouldn't know that they talking about who they talking about. You see what I'm saying? So knowing history is extremely important. Knowing how to research, is extremely important. It's extremely important because what you have is, as people walk through the sands of time, other people is behind them erasing their footsteps, so that people won't know. See, if you don't know the past, that means those who invent shit can repeat the past. That's why they say the past always repeats itself. Because the next generation, they erase them knowing the past so that they can bring the past back. Bell bottoms is back. Do you know there's people who never seen bell bottoms that's seeing bell bottoms for the first time saying, "Oh, those look slick." But they never knew. So a nigga like me, I'm not wearing no bell bottoms. I didn't like them the first go round. So I'm not gonna wear them.
Yeah, sure. The bell bottoms off. I hated that.
Yeah, Stacks. They gonna bring Stacks shoes back. I'm not wearing no stacks no more. Break my damn ankle.
And then it's black hole.
Yeah.
Nothing.
History repeats itself. So if you don't know history, you ain't gonna see it coming. And that's what they be banking on. The ignorance of the people. Everything they do is based off people not knowing anything. People being ignorant to stuff. If everybody was informed, how would you be able to trick the masses? So they do things, this is what they have done to society. Made everybody isolate themselves from each other. People hardly even speak anymore. I remember you used to walk down the street and everybody, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? You couldn't get down the block because hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, what's up, sis? How you doing? Yeah, okay. Hey, that's how it was when I was growing up. Now you walk down the street, don't nobody even, half these niggas don't even look at you. So they done managed to turn society into an isolated event. People don't trust each other. So if you don't trust each other, you ain't gonna listen to each other. I knew everybody on my street growing up, and they knew me. Do you know everybody on your street?
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? Like I could go up to anybody's house on my street, and be like, hey, can I get a glass of water? Could you go up to any of your neighbors today and ask for a glass of water? Some of us been living next to people that we know, and you still don't feel comfortable going over there saying, can I get a glass of water? People don't trust each other. And they done did that by design. So if you don't trust each other, you're not going to listen to each other. So your next door neighbor start telling you, hey, I just seen an alien shapeshift. You going to say he crazy. Even though you may believe shapeshifting aliens exist. You going to still say that nigga crazy. Because I would say it, and I'm probably more woke than anybody, right? But right now, if my neighbor came and knocked on the door and like, I just seen a shapeshifting alien, I know that shit is real. But am I really gonna believe this motherfucker off the rip? No. So think about the conditioning that's been done to us. That you believe and know this stuff, but you wouldn't even, uh, believe somebody if they came up and told you without proof. So they done did a number on us. And that's for a purpose. That's for a purpose. Now we got another flood coming. I want y'all to be on the lookout for it. We got another flood coming. It's coming. All right. It ain't got nothing to do with the state of the world or none of that. The only thing it got anything to do with is that the nobody's believing in the whole God's narrative no more. So why even keep the world here if nobody believes in us? Everybody knows we're aliens. Everybody knows we have no power over their lives unless we intentionally decide to come down there and get involved. Otherwise, it's all fate. It's all we don't put destiny in your body, as part of one of your controlling entities. So, if destiny can't handle it, forget about it. And all destiny do is keep you alive until it's your time to go. That's it. But let's take a look at this website real quick so we can get on with it. It's 8:00. So that dude was talking about it is millions of non-humans that's here, and that America has 93 million of them. But here's the website. So let's take a look at it. And doesn't appear to like Netlify. This is somebody running a website through a reputable website like storefront, like a Wix or something. So, you know, I don't just be going to no suspect websites and possibly getting a virus. So if y'all want to go to this website, it's recorded right here up at the top, so you can see it to go there. All right, so let's just go through this dude's website. So what we see is, turn that music off. What we see is he really believed, he telling you they look like us. And he's talking about they're among us. That's true. They look like us, talk like us. They live among us, but they aren't us. So he's got us as a meme coin inspired by the unsettling idea that the world may already be replaced by something else. Soulless copies walking among humanity. Aliens, demons, imposters. No one knows what they are, only that they're everywhere. In a world full of duplicates, one question remains. If they're not us, who are we? I like it. So he got the replacements here. They walk among us wearing human faces. Your neighbor, co-worker, the person sitting next to you right now, how would you know the difference? He right. Glowing eyes. Witnesses report a faint orange glow behind their eyes. Now, I posted a guy in a club dancing with a black girl, and this was a black guy. All right. I don't know what y'all going through, Raw Report. This probably Instagram messing with the sound, man, because the sound is up. But I posted a video, it's on my page, of a black guy dancing in the club with a black girl. The black guy had glowing eyes. The same type of eyes that was in that Halle Graham, I mean, not Halle Graham, that Halle Berry series, I forget the name of it. But yeah, glowing eyes. And then this guy says that the eyes are only visible for a split second, and by the time you look again, it's gone. But you saw it, and you know you did. So, you know, what's interesting to me is the girl had her back. She was dancing with her back towards the dude. She couldn't see his glowing eyes. But somebody caught it on, somebody else seen it and started recording the shit, and they seen it. Then it says the doppelgangers. Exact copy, same face, same voice, same memories, but something is wrong. Something behind that smile makes your skin crawl, a hollow mimicry of life. This is so crazy. I'm telling you, man. I was doing this before, like I got video already made on this shit. I'm not bullshitting. All right. The scissors, because they need to sever the connection, the thread between you and your copy. Once cut, you cease to exist and they take your place. The tunnels, they come from underground, from places we were never meant to find. Miles of forgotten tunnels stretching beneath every city. They've been there the whole time. The uprising, they're tired of living in the shadows. The imposters are organizing, and us is the signal, a beacon for those who see the truth and refuse to look away. Somebody look, this is really, what do y'all think of this website? Do you think this was like, just like I forget who was talking just a while ago, homeboy, but just like he said, what did he say? The CIA was involved in, he thinks the CIA is involved in that YouTube channel that's talking about Tupac because the way they're breaking it down. Look at this site. This site is really kind of, you know, detailed, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this
Why is it
track.
so dark like that? Like from the font, they know to use colors and all kind of shit.
Yeah. So here we are. Is this the USA? Yeah. So All right, so it has statistics with it. Let's look at the statistics of Canada. 40 million people or 48 is hard to tell. 30 million confirmed humans, 9 million imposters. Is Helena here today? No, no Helena. We've been missing Helena for a couple of weeks. I'm gonna have to call and check on her or
He was
something.
to the chat earlier.
Oh, she was here?
I've
Oh.
seen her, come on.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
she's
seen her.
here.
He was here last week.
She here right now. Helena.
Yes, she is there. Mhm.
She must be at work or something, maybe. Or sleep. All
Maybe
right.
she can't hear you.
Yeah. All right. So Canada, Canada, they saying got 9 million imposters. America, they saying 93.5 imposters.
Damn.
Yeah. Something to make you think, man. They say DC is ground zero. 93 million estimated imposters in government, media, and Silicon Valley. I would agree with that because that's exactly where they would be. That's exactly where they would be. Let me see. I bet you all, like Canada, Northern Territories are staging grounds. Polite behavior is learned mimicry. Now, I will say this. Now, this is Canada, but when you get up here, like in Alaska, around there, it's all type of crazy shit happening in Alaska. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the United States acquired Alaska from Russia because of all of the weird shit that's happening up there. All right, what's this? Greenland, the Netherlands, Iceland. Iceland. Funny, Iceland is on here, and wasn't Donald Trump talking about taking over Iceland? Volcanic activity disrupts their technology. What city was it? I mean, what country was it?
Greenland.
Greenland, yeah. Yeah, Greenland. One of the last truly human territories. So they saying Iceland is one of the last truly human territories. So Greenland. All right, what's this place? Mexico. 18 million imposters. C notes serve as portals. Mayan prophecies describe this exact scenario. I could see that it could be portals down there and where the Mayans at. I could see that. Brazil, 17 million imposters. Amazon basin serves as a hidden entry point. Remote villages show anomalous behavior. Yeah, that's true. Argentina, 4 million imposters. Patagonian caves emit unknown frequencies. Local cattle mutilations are cover-up dissections. And you know what's so crazy? Probably every place he gonna list on here gonna have some crazy ass behavior. What's this over here? South Africa. I know this is a place. Table Mountains house a dormant ship. Infiltration started from coastal cities inward. I know South Africa is because this is the only place the Afrikaans, the white Afrikaans are, and it just don't. To me, it don't make sense. Like, let's look. They down here in South Africa. Why they ain't? And they just stayed here. They ain't tried to come up or nothing. This, the United States went from fucking this place. United States went to coast. South Africa has remained on this tip. Hell, they ain't even go over here. I think this Madagascar over here, they ain't even try to get that. They just stay right there. So when you just stay in some place, to me, you protecting a place. You're not just staying there. You there for a reason. You protecting the place. Nigeria. Low infiltration, local spiritual practices seem to deter replacement attempts. That's that voodoo, that black magic. That might be why they took it from us. They took it from us, the general black population, and now it's used in secret societies, unless it's mass used in places where it originated, but like in America and Europe, it's used in secret societies. Saudi Arabia, empty quarter is not empty. Underground cities span thousands of kilometers. This shit make you think, man. Israel, look, critical threat. Dead Sea Scrolls warned us. Ancient texts describe identical scenario. High priority zone. So this is a person who's obviously read the Talmud of Emmanuel as well, right? Because what else is a high United Kingdom? Yeah, critical threat, royal bloodline theories confirmed. London Underground is literal. They live beneath the tube. Whoa. So he right about some of he right. He definitely right. So what's this place? India. Ancient texts describe skinwalkers. Recent sightings near temples spike every full moon. That is so crazy because on my phone right now, I just made an AI video having the Nagas come from underground in the tombs as snakes or reptilians, and then when they reach the surface, they transform into humans, and then obviously royalty and stuff like that. But yeah, they here, man. Thailand. Yeah, Thailand is a big Naga city too. Temple monks report seeing empty shells wandering at night. Tourism masked their movement. Somebody done did some homework on some shit. Australia, a critical threat, highest infiltration globally. Pine Gap facility confirmed as interspecies coordination hub. This is crazy, man. What's this? Hawaii? Oh, Antarctica. Critical threat classified primary entry point. Population is 90% non-human. Research stations are fronts. Oh, he like research stations are fronts. Saudi, Israel, Egypt. Pyramids are signal amplifiers. Sphinx is a beacon. They have been here for 5,000 years. Yeah, I posted a video where a tourist was down at the pyramids and he took a picture of the pyramids and everything looked fine. And then when he got the film developed, because this was back some years ago, when he got the film developed, it was a white light coming out of the top of the pyramid straight into the sky. A white light. Italy. Vatican archives contain evidence. Roman catacombs predate Rome itself. Talking about the tunnels up under Rome, up under Vatican City. Russia. Siberian crash sites linked to accelerated infiltration. Military sectors compromised. Oh, and you know what? I posted this a long time ago that in Russia, up there by Siberia, they have They had these things that come out the ground and they shoot lasers at planes like a defense system. And they thousands of years old, fam. They underground. They underground. They like, I think 5,000 years old. They pop up out of the ground. People done seen them pop up out of the ground and they shoot planes and shit down. And it's not Russia's, obviously, if it's thousands of years old, right? But yeah, I posted that some years ago. I had some evidence on that. Germany, Black Forest incidents, entire villages replaced overnight. No survivors. Remember, they got accounts of that in Germany. France, catacombs beneath Paris house millions. Not all bones down there are dead. Yeah. Norway. Svalbard seed vault. Oh, it's contingency for after full replacement. They're planning for our end. I think it's another seed vault. This is just a seed vault, but this is another vault that's like Iceland. Volcanic activity disrupts. Oh, I said that already. Where's fucking Greenland? Ain't nothing happening on Greenland. Thailand, China. Underground tunnels detected beneath 14 major cities. Mass replacement suspected since 2019. South Korea. K-pop industry is a front. Synchronized behavior patterns match hive mind signatures. If this is true, we all fucked, right? Uncanny Japan, Uncanny Valley tech may be covered for already replaced engineers. Shibuya readings off the charts. If this is real, we're already fucked. We're already screwed. I think that's everybody. Well, let's see the evidence. Let's go to that. Globe, tokenomics. The plan, the awakening, phase 1. Token launch and development, social media channels established, community building, first believers, liquidity pool, initialization, coin gecko, spread the signal. It can't hide anymore. The truth goes mainstream. This is some crazy kind of shit here. Some of it I get, but some of this I really don't get. I mean, I see that they trying to, push their coin. This is real interesting. Let me see who the fuck is running this site. Don't say. Don't say who's running the site. Well, some very interesting stuff.
That shit neither.
Some very interesting shit here. Very, very interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the information was inspired by you, though.
Ooh. No. But A lot of that's crazy, man. Some crazy shit on here. All right, let's get to the Book of Enoch. Where we at? What's going on? Let's get out of that place. Yeah, it's still in for Damn, where is it at? Oh, I was searching. Gosh. Settings. Oh, what damn, we was on what page? This is not it. Damn, that's not it. Thought it was a down. Maybe that was it. No, we got further than that. All right, okay, got it. All right, so we left off on page 113 of 193. Oh, that we was in chapter 2. Okay, in the book of Enoch. All right. So one thing we've learned from the book of Enoch is Enoch is being shown all of this stuff by Gabriel and the rest of them for a reason. And this is the reasoning behind this seems to actually be twofold as we continue to go deeper into the book of Enoch. That is because it seems that, you know how we say that they have to show us the truth in some type of way? They are actually showing us the truth through the book of Enoch. Just like we learned in the Pista Sophia, we're actually being shown the truth in the book of Enoch, that heaven and all of that stuff, it's not what your religions say. These are actual places that serve actual purposes, not for the purpose of you and I, but for the purpose of the Anunnaki, basically, who created all of this stuff underwater while they're here on a foreign planet mining for gold. So a system had to be put into effect. You know, when we think about the Anunnaki coming here, you know, and they ships and all that, we really don't be thinking about, you know, the detail and the depth that it is to go from one planet to another planet and set up shop to do something. All right. So, for example, you know, this is how you know NASA is fake. Oh, we're gonna send somebody to Mars. Guess what they're gonna send? You're gonna send one ship. This is what they. This is how you gonna know it's fake. You're gonna send one ship to Mars with 8 motherfuckers on it to a whole different planet that may be inhabited. You're gonna send 8 people. That's what you're gonna do? Did look? That's how you know it's fake. Now let's compare that to another adventure or expedition. How many people did you send to Antarctica after Admiral Byrd came back and told you it was there? Thousands. You sent Operation High Jump, which had what, 4,000 or 5,000 people, 6,000 people? You sent thousands of motherfuckers down there. And you mean to tell me you're gonna go to a whole new planet with one ship and 8 people? No, you ain't, because you ain't going. Now, when they decide, now this is how you'll know they're telling the truth. When they send a fleet of ships to Mars with at least 1,000 people, because you got to have at least 1,000 soldiers, because you don't know you going to a whole planet. A whole planet may be expecting you. So if you don't see at least 1,000 warriors, you ain't got a chance to do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck gonna go someplace that you don't know with 8 motherfuckers? That's Hollywood shit. That's not real life. And the government showed you what real life was when Admiral Byrd came back and said, I saw lush green land as big as the United States. Them niggas said, we going there. Did they say, okay, well, we're gonna send you back, Admiral Byrd, but we only gonna send you with, 20, 30 people. Shit. Admiral Byrd was in charge of that expedition high jump. And if they sent 4,000, 5,000, that's because he said we better go in that bitch with 4,000, 5,000. Not knowing that fool. Because Admiral Byrd probably seen more than what he let on that he seen. He told us about the land and all of that. But if it was lush and green, let's be honest, y'all. Think about this for a second. Admiral Byrd goes on national TV and says, I saw a lush green land as big as the United States. That means it was summertime, at least, if they even have a winter. But that means it was summer. It wasn't frozen over, right? What's the second thing that means? If lush green foliage is growing, other stuff must be alive there too. Admiral Byrd never got on TV and said, I saw the inhabitants of that place. But wouldn't he have to see the inhabitants of that place? Would somebody fly over the United States, which has lush green land, and say they didn't see not one dog, animal, cat, human? You saw no life, you just saw lush green land as big as the United States, but you didn't see no inhabitants? That would be we know that's not true. If you ever been in an airplane, if you swoop low, you're going to see people. Animals, you're going to see something. So he saw some beings. He just never exposed it on national TV. But he saw people. He saw people and he saw animals and stuff, and he just didn't say nothing about it. Because as he is an explorer. And so let's just say you was flying over water, and then suddenly you was over land and you didn't recognize where the land was. An explorer, you ain't just gonna fly over it from 13, 14,000 feet. You're gonna start dipping and dipping lower and dipping lower until you can see, until you can see that ground clearly to see if there's life running around that BI. He did that. He just never said it. You know what I'm saying? He never said it. But their response by getting 4,000 or 5,000 soldiers to go back up in there, their response, that say it all. Why would you, if you didn't see nobody, why would you need to take 4,000 or 5,000 people with you? And the majority of them we know is soldiers, armed soldiers. Why would you need to take soldiers there? Because you saw people there. You saw people there. So it's people there. It's people there. All right. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
I mean, there's a big possibility that Emerald Bird was closing.
Oh,
Who wants to let him see all that land?
well, I don't know about that, Ludwig, but I've been doing the parasitic cleanse, and I done found 2 secret ingredients. I got one that'll be arriving tomorrow. Another one I've been taking for a while. So, I've been taking the wormwood and all of that. Yesterday, I got the little pills. So I got these off Amazon. These little wormwood. It's wormwood, black walnut, cloves. Equivalent to 6,600 milligrams per serving. Clove bud, pumpkin seed, garlic, oregano. 240 soft gels in this packet. 240 soft gels. Serving size, take 3 soft gels daily for best results. Take 3. All right. So yesterday I took 20. I took 20. First I took 17. I've been taking them. I've been taking them for, a few weeks since I got them right. Not 3. I never take suggested serving size. Unless it's something I never took before. So I tried out first, and then so I steadily increased the dosage. And so the day before I took 17 of them, and this is twice a day. And then yesterday I took 20 of them twice a day. So parasites been coming out of me. Like I've been recording, right? I showed y'all one of them, but parasites been coming out of me. And next week, next Tuesday, I'm doing that colon cleanse thing where they shoot the water up your butt, suck it out. And if you've seen it on social media, it show like parasites and shit coming out of people. So I'm gonna do that. But they've been coming out, man. It's just I know I got some mothers in me, like because this is my first parasitic cleanse. I'm 58. I be hearing them niggas when I go and sit on the toilet, dog. Real talk. My stomach don't growl no other time. Like, just sitting or whatever. Stomach growling don't got nothing to do with you being hungry. Because my stomach don't growl before I eat. My stomach always growl when I sit on the toilet after I eat. And it come from 2 distinct, one side, my left side, and one on the right side. So I know that's them talking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, when you sit down to take a poop, you pushing, and they don't want to be pushed out, so they holding on, and they talking. They might be talking to each other because, if you listen to some of these social media posts on parasites, these parasites is smart. They can get into your brain and shit, and schizophrenia is linked to parasites in the brain and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but ain't no need of y'all staying on if y'all can't hear nothing, man. that's Instagram doing that. But you know what? Let me self-record them doing this bullshit because we are in arbitration as we speak. So let me just screen record the fact that let me show my sound is up on all channels, yet people are saying they can't hear anything. All right, sound is off. So that's Instagram doing something to my page. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, what was the name of that earlier? Can somebody put it in?
You talking about? Oh, yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I think did I write it down?
They not like.
You say it's not what?
The website you guys are on to find out maybe I think they not something like that.
Yeah, hold on, let me put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Just put this in Google because I don't have the exact website, but this is it. I don't have the link I'm in. All right. All right. Well, since I got this phone freed up, let me see. So the latest. I posted this before the Epstein files came out. Who that look like? The guy they told you? The guy they told you that did not exist as your president is naked, hitting a girl who's also naked with a some type of strap. Joe Biden. Surprised they ain't came in here and got it yet. I posted this on my very first Instagram page. Of course, it went viral. All right, but yeah. But I know if I post it today, they'll delete my page. So I haven't posted it. And I'm probably I was writing I was writing a book on the Epstein files actually, but I can't get enough video, but I was trying to write like a picture video book. It'll be an email book with links where you would click on the links and all of that. But I still might do that and put this in there. But yeah, and here's Epstein torturing a little girl who's naked with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, the camera is on the book for
Oh, okay. All right. But I held it far away so that none of the social media could see it.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Y'all don't want to see it?
No.
Oh, no, I've never looked at one single thing. I know it's the worst.
These
of the
are
worst.
these are not in the files though. This video ain't in the files. If this video was in the file, this would be all over TV. No, these videos ain't in the file.
True.
Yeah, these videos
Oh
are
my
not in the file.
gosh.
Yep.
It's just hard to look at, you know.
Yeah, they was yeah, crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the girls they was doing it to, uh, they were dark olive skin with long straight hair. So you looking at Philippine, Thailand, over that area, over that way, possibly Latino or Latinas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was they was brown, dark brown skin with long straight hair, both of them. One Epstein is doing. I mean, you could that tell you this is a sick, perverted person. When you use, they got her tied down, spread eagle, naked on the grass, and he's using a magnifying glass to torture her with. You know how kids used to do that to ants and burn the ants up, on the sidewalk on a hot sunny day, get the magnifying glass out and do that. That's what he's doing to her. Now, I've never heard of that crap before, but yeah, that's what he's doing to her. And that shit hurts. If it could burn up an ant, that shit hurt. Some crazy stuff. All right, but let's get back to it. So the book, so we left off on chapter 2, page 113. We got up to page 193, so we got about 80 pages left, 80 pages, I believe. The book written by Enoch. Enoch indeed wrote this complete doctrine of wisdom, praised of all men, and a judge of all the earth, for all my children who shall dwell on the earth, and for the future generations who shall observe uprightness and peace. Let not your spirit be troubled. Now, based off the point I made earlier, that we have been allowing people from 2,000 years ago to dictate what we do today, and we ain't seen or heard of these people. Based off of that type of reasoning, now you understand why these books have survived. All right. This is why these books have survived. They've been playing us like fools for thousands of years, and nobody has ever woke up to this fact. All right. But anyway, let not your spirit be troubled on account of the times, for the Holy and Great One has appointed days for all things. And the righteous one shall arise from sleep and walk in the paths of righteousness, and conversation shall be in eternal goodness and grace. He will be gracious to the righteous. And you know what I'm gonna start doing, y'all? When we first started the school of esoteric knowledge, I would read beforehand, and then we would just like highlight those specific areas that we needed. I think we're gonna go back to that because we now, well, especially I'm gonna do that for the remainder of this text coming in the next class. But the reason I'm gonna do that is because this is a lot of rhetoric we reading right now because we understand that there's a system in place. All right. And so reading this shit is like reading, an instruction manual for something that you already know how to do or what it's about. You see what I'm saying? So we know the purpose of this now. And the only type of knowledge we're gonna get out of the book of Enoch now that we know is things that will help us as far as knowing some type of something that he might mention about, the afterlife. But do we actually need to know, like, the righteous one shall arise from sleep, shall arise and walk in the paths of righteousness, and all his path and conversation shall be in eternal goodness and grace. He will be gracious to the righteous and give them eternal uprightness, and he will give them power so that he shall be with goodness and righteousness. And then there's more righteousness and all of this BS. We don't need to know that because that's what you call rhetoric. That rhetoric is not for us. That rhetoric is for the ignorant who are afraid of words like righteousness and all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? So, for this book, we don't need to know. All right. But because this is really, it's like waste. I feel some type of way every time I read this. I don't know why. It's like something is just like irking me, like you are wasting your time reading this nonsense bullshit that's made for the ignorant sheep. That's what keep popping into my mind. But we're gonna finish it out. But next week I'm gonna read ahead, and we're gonna cover what I feel is like, something we can gain some knowledge or insight from, or whatever, or something that's questioning whatever. But all of this rhetoric, we're gonna skip over this. This is, you know. But what's the good thing? I think the Book of Enoch is like one of the last books that's like this that we're gonna read besides the Bible. But it's gonna be like one of the last books like this, because we're gonna be going into some of Zechariah's Sitchin, but we need to get over to Eastern Asia's Vedas and all of that stuff. All right, we need to get into that because that's, I've read those, but it was years ago. But they keep popping up, especially about the Nagas and learning more about the serpent people and all of that. We need to get into those Vedas because the Vedas, they actually got the Mahabharata and all that. They actually got uh, physical evidence that go along with that stuff. Vimanas and shit like this. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be a far more interesting read for us because it's not just talk. You know what I'm saying? That Mahabharata and them Vedas, it ain't just talk. It's not just talk. And Western culture, we don't realize and understand how like close to authentic they stuff are compared to American stuff. American shit is really faith. Them people over there, they're not operating off faith. They operating off stuff that's some real stuff. I mean, who leaves a diagram on how to create a flying Vimana? Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? So, they got some real stuff over there. We don't have no real stuff over here. What do we got? We don't have shit. If people think about it, compare this, any religion here in America, whether it's, Islam, Christianity, whatever, what do you have over here that's giving you something real? You don't have nothing. Nothing. Everything is faith. Faith-based. Believe, believe, believe. Them, they got 1,000-year-old statues showing serpents coming up out of the ground, transforming into humans. These type of stuff is not only shaping their beliefs, but it's letting them know, hey, some of this shit is real. This is some real shit. You got some real shit over here. You got buildings shaped like Vimanas that might possibly be Vimanas. They got stuff, they can tangible stuff. What do we have over here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And all these fucking idiots over here believe in nothing. Ain't got nothing to put their hands on. Nothing. At least Israel got a fallen wall. America, you don't have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. And what you do got, that's going to take away all your beliefs, they hiding it from you. The Grand Canyon. That's really what we got. And the Serpent Mound, which they won't dig up. All right. So we got some things, but they're not going to open it up to the public. But it leaves us with nothing. We have nothing because those two things alone, the Grand Canyon and the Serpent Mound, if they was to excavate those things and let the public in, everybody stop believing everything. You stop believing everything. It's something, that Serpent Mound, that's something. It is something there. All we know, that could be the serpent from the Bible, because once again, the serpents were giants.
Hey, Raw, didn't you say the serpent moved in Ohio?
Yeah, Southern Ohio.
Southern Ohio? Okay.
All right. I'm gonna read on through this garbage, but and try to find some type of knowledge we could use through here. And Enoch said concerning the children of righteousness, and I'm gonna be talking like some other language as I speed through this. So, but when it's something good, trust me, I'm gonna stop. And Enoch said concerning the children of righteousness, and concerning the elect of the world, and concerning the plan of uprightness, I will speak these things. Enoch will declare unto you, my sons, according to that which appeared to me in the heavenly vision, which I have known through the word of the holy angels, and have learnt from the heavenly tablets. Enoch began to recount from the books and said, I was born the 7th in the 1st week, while judgment and righteousness still endured. Like, who needs to know that? We don't need to know when you was born. While judgment and righteousness still endured. This, I mean, this is all in all effects. This is like him saying, I was born the son of a sharecropper. I mean, really. And after me there shall arise in the 2nd week great wickedness, and deceit shall have sprung up, and in it there shall be the first end. And in it a man shall be saved, and after it is ended, unrighteousness shall grow up, and a law shall be made for the sinners. And after that, in the 3rd week, at its close, a man shall be elected as the plant of righteousness, of righteous judgment, and his posterity shall become the plant of righteousness forevermore. And after that, in the 4th week, and see, and let this be clear. In these books that preceded Jesus, notice how these books, because some people going to say, oh, he talking about Jesus, or he talking about Jesus, right? So Jesus was built up. It was a plan. He was built up before he came so that everybody would be expecting him. The same way with Moses. They was expecting Moses before Moses came. The same thing with the prophet Muhammad. All right. Even though the West tried to cover that up in the text at the time before the cover up, the people expected Prophet Muhammad to come. That's why did Islam fail? No, Islam did not fail. So the West tries to play down Islam as a failure. Oh, it's not real, this, that, and the other. But in reality, at that time, the people was waiting on Prophet Muhammad. All right. He had been prophesied the same way they prophesied Jesus. And that's why Islam is a success, because when it came, the people knew that the prophecy was being fulfilled, and they followed it. And after that, in the 4th week, visions of the holy and righteous shall be seen, and a law for all generations, and an enclosure. Look, and an enclosure shall be made for them. What enclosure? You talking about a dome? That's an enclosure. And after that, in the 4th week, at its close, visions of the holy and righteous shall be seen, and a law for all generations, and an enclosure shall be made for them. So look, this is something we got to consider now that we know that there are other domes. He cannot be talking about dome earth, because dome earth is already created. So what are you talking about? Another dome? What if some of these prophecies we read in people are not even about us, but about somebody else? Have you ever thought of that? What if it's not even, what if this ain't even for us? What if they're talking about somebody else? We never even considered that as an option. But here, he's talking about an enclosure shall be made for them. An enclosure, a place to live that's enclosed. Well, Enoch is what? It's already over with for Enoch. I mean, Enoch is, how old is the earth? So, and your battery's gone, so we'll see. So damn, I should. Damn, Yeah, it's supposed to automatically. All right. So this may be talking about something else. Look, and after that, in the fifth week at its close, the house of glory and dominion shall be built forever. So what is he talking about here, dog? What and who is he talking about? And after that, in the fifth week, I said that. All right. And then in the sixth week, all who live in it shall be blinded, and the hearts of all of them shall godlessly forsake wisdom. And in it a man shall ascend, and at his close the house of dominion shall be burnt with fire, and the whole race of the chosen root shall be dispersed. And in the seventh week, what is that? And in the seventh week, an apostate generation arise, and many shall be his deeds, and all his deeds shall be apostate. And at his close shall be elected the elect righteous of the eternal plant of righteousness to receive sevenfold instruction concerning all his creation. For who is there of all the children of men that is able to hear the voice of the Holy One without being troubled? And who can think his thoughts? Look, who can think his thoughts? Remember, on that side, it's a hive mentality. They all think each other thoughts. But here, it's asking the question, who can think his thoughts out of the children of men? And who is there that can behold all the works of heaven? And how should there be one who could behold the heaven and who is there that could understand the things of heaven and see a soul or a spirit and could tell thereof? Or ascend and see all their ends and think them or do like them? He just asks, who can see a soul or a spirit and tell the difference? Who can see a soul or a spirit and tell the difference? That's deep. See what I'm saying? They make spirits. Souls come from creation. And who is there of all men that can know what is the breadth and the length of the earth, and to whom has been shown the measure of all of them? Is there anyone who could discern the length of the heaven and how great its height upon what is founded? How great is the number of the stars and where all the luminaries rest? Now I say unto you, my sons, love righteousness and walk in it, for the paths of righteousness are worthy of accepting, but the paths of unrighteousness shall suddenly be destroyed and banished. And to certain men of a generation shall the paths of violence and death be revealed, and they shall hold themselves afar from them and not follow them. Now I say to you, the righteous walk not in the paths of wickedness, nor in the path of death, and draw nothing from them, lest ye be destroyed. But seek and choose for yourself righteousness and an elect life, and walk in the paths of peace, and you will live and prosper. So, all of your religious texts tell you that if you live this life, you're going to prosper. And that's true. Look, good slaves live long lives. And they do pretty good for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That dude that work at Ford, go to church every Sunday, got a nice looking wife and all of that shit. They think they blessed. But they're not being, and technically they are. Technically they are being blessed because they're being blessed by those who run the system. Well done, faithful servant, is what the Bible says. So technically they are being blessed. And see, the reason some of us, is not having it so good, is because we know the truth and we're not playing the game. We're not playing the game. So they make it hard for us. They make it hard for us because you don't want to play ball. All right, well, what you thought it was going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. And we need to understand that. I do. That's why I say, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck all you niggas. I don't give a fuck. All right. So Hold fast my words and thoughts of and in the thought hold fast my words and the thoughts of your hearts, and suffer them not to be effaced from your hearts. For I know that sinners will tempt men to evilly entreat wisdom, so that no place may be found for her. Notice how he just says Sophia basically, because he called her, and Sophia is known as wisdom. All right. So he said, "For I know that sinners will tempt men to evilly entreat wisdom." To evilly entreat, which basically means treat. Sinners will tempt men to treat wisdom evilly, so that no place may be found for her, and no manner of temptation may diminish. Woe to those who build unrighteousness and oppression and lay deceit as a foundation, for they shall be suddenly overthrown and shall have no peace. Woe to those who build their houses with sin, for from all their foundations shall be overthrown, by the sword they shall fall. And those who acquire gold and silver in judgment suddenly shall perish. So let me get this straight. You got mountains of gold and silver up there, according to Enoch, who is writing this book, and yet anybody who acquires gold and silver in judgment will perish. Make it make sense. Woe to you, the rich, for you have trusted in your riches, and from your riches shall you depart, because you have not remembered the Most High in the days of your riches. So why is this something to be made of humans that got riches and nothing to be made of the Anunnaki with their riches? And let's be clear, the riches that the Anunnaki got come from where? Here. And did the Anunnaki dig for them? No, they did not. Did they acquire them on their own? No, they did not. The Anunnaki are rich because the slaves broke their back to get the gold and the silver. And then, when we get the gold and the silver, what do we do with it? We don't put gold and silver in our garages. It carries no value. You can have all the gold and silver you want, right? Does that make you rich if you just keep it all in your garage? No. You got to liquidate that shit. All right? Otherwise, you're not rich. Think about that for a second. That's like, people go buy gold bars. Okay, so you got some gold. Does that make you rich? No. You got to liquidate it. So either you're gonna hold on to the gold, or you're gonna give it away and liquidate it and get something you can spend. You can't walk in the store with a bar. I mean, you probably could. Somebody will take it off your hands, I'm pretty sure. But you will be overpaying for whatever it is you want. All right? Because they ain't going to take no underpayments. Oh, you got to, well, let's weigh it up. What you got? A couple bars of gold? All right, what you trying to get, a car? You short. You need another bar of gold. Yeah, but if I give you another bar of gold, that's going to be like giving you an extra 30, 40,000. Well, that's on you, rap. So, ye have committed blasphemy and unrighteousness, and have become ready for the day of slaughter and the day of darkness and the day of the great judgment. Then here go the other thing. Just like a few ladies here in the conference said they didn't want to see the Epstein video with Biden and Epstein torturing girls. This is why I don't be wanting to read this shit, because it's so evident and plainly clear to me now, all right, that this is some bullshit and garbage. Because listen to this right here. You have committed blasphemy and unrighteousness, and have become ready for the day of slaughter and the day of darkness and the day of the great judgment. Why all the threats? Why all the threats? You know what I'm saying?
That part right there is basically saying that we are disrespectful because we are finding out the answers.
Yeah, and it just, why does a being who's obviously so much smarter and intelligent than us why does this dude hold us to the same level of intelligence or moral aptitude as himself when clearly we are not equal? You know what I'm saying? It's like you holding your child, your 3-year-old to the same standards as you, and then punishing that 3-year-old when they, act like a 3-year-old and not a 42-year-old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So why is this dude like this? So, this is like next, these threats and all of this shit. It's like, it's so clear now to look at as these are hate tactics. This is fear mongering. This is, uh, you know, this is how this dude is choosing to come at us, right? So now it makes you question, who the fuck are you? And what I'm supposed to do while you sitting up here so-called judging me, sir? The fuck I'm supposed to do? Just sit here idly by and let you just do me any kind of way? You think I'm gonna just stand here and do nothing? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like I'm so over this. It's incredible. Like what you gonna do to me? Kill me? You do that. Now I enter your other system. Where they cannot kill me. So let's see how that work out. But anyway, thus I speak and declare unto you, he who hath created you will overthrow you, and for your fall there shall be no compassion, and your creator will rejoice at your destruction. Look, this dude sound fucked up, to be honest.
That's good.
And your righteous ones in those days shall be a reproach to the sinners and godless. Oh, that my eyes were a cloud of waters, that I might weep over you and pour down my tears as a cloud of waters, that so I might rest from my trouble of heart. Who has permitted you to practice reproaches and wickedness? And so judgment shall overtake you, sinners. Fear not the sinners, the righteous, for again will the Lord deliver them into your hands, that you may execute judgment upon them according to your desires. Woe to you who you saying? So hold on. And so judgment shall overtake you, sinners. Fear not the sinners. Oh, you saying this is gonna be the righteous? The righteous get to take the us so-called sinners and do what they want to us. Woe to you who fulminate, I don't even know these words, anathemas, which cannot be reversed. Healing shall therefore be far from you because of your sins. Woe to you who requite your neighbor with evil, for ye shall be requited according to your works. Woe to you, lying witnesses, to those who weigh out injustice, for suddenly ye shall perish. Woe to you, sinners, who persecute the righteous, for you shall be delivered up and persecuted because of injustice, and heavy shall its yoke be upon you. Be hopeful, you righteous people, for suddenly shall the sinners perish before you, and you shall have lordship over them according to your desires. That's what the Jews say, though, in their book. They're going to get, they going to get something like, you know, 1,000 slaves or whatever after Judgment Day each. I believe them. I believe them. And in the day of the tribulation of the sinners, your children shall mount and rise as eagles, and higher than the vultures will be your nest. And ye shall ascend and enter the crevices of the earth and the clefts of the rock forever, as conies before the unrighteous. And the sirens shall sigh because of you and weep. So the sirens are like women. I forget. Like they used to be like women of the sea, sirens. Wherefore fear not, ye that have suffered, for healing shall be your portion, and a bright light shall enlighten you. Ooh. And the voice of rest ye shall hear from heaven. Wherefore fear not, ye that have suffered, for healing shall be your portion, and a bright light shall enlighten you, and the voice of rest shall ye hear from heaven. Ye sinners, for your riches make, that sounds like some soul trap shit right there. Ye sinners, your riches make you appear like the righteous, but your hearts convict you of being sinners, and this fact shall be a testimony against you for a memorial of evil deeds. Woe to you who devour the finest of the wheat, and drink wine in large bowls, and tread underfoot the lowly with your might. Woe to you who drink water from every fountain, for suddenly shall ye be consumed and wither away, because ye have forsaken the fountain of life. It's a lot of shit you can't do. Woe to you who work unrighteous and deceit and blasphemy, it shall be a memorial against you for evil. Woe to you, the mighty, who with might oppress the righteous, for the day of your destruction is coming. In those days, many and good days shall come to the righteous in the day of your judgment. So, did those days ever come? Let's just ask. Did those days ever come? No. These days have not came. These days have not came. Chapter 3, Wisdom of Enoch. And since they call wisdom Sophia, I'm kind of puzzled at this. Wisdom of Enoch. Believe ye righteous that the sinners will become ashamed and perish in the day of unrighteousness. Be it known unto you that the Most High is mindful of your destruction, and the angels of heaven rejoice over your destruction. What will you do, sinners? And whither will you flee on that day of judgment when you hear the voice of the prayer of the righteous? Ye shall fare like unto them against whom this word shall be a testimony. You have been companions of sinners. So none of these predictions from any of these books has really come to pass. None of them. And they're thousands of years old. These books are thousands of years old. And it just seems like to me it's a lot of threatening going on that ain't came to pass after thousands of years. We had to be idiots before we all woke up. We had to be idiots to believe any of this damn shit. It's thousands of years later. I mean, what happened to the people that died? You know, when you got something like this that's huge and on a mass level, and generation after generation, thousands of years pass, hundreds of years pass, hundreds of years pass, thousands of years, and then thousands, you know, and nothing in the system has changed really. You know, like they say, the game in the background's gonna change, but the players has really been the same. That's really kind, that's really kind of a soul trap thing if you think about it. In a hood type of fashion, the game don't change. The players don't. What is it? How do they go? The game don't change. The game don't change. But we know the game don't change. Only the players do. But really, the game don't change. The players stay the same. They just reincarnate. Maybe that's why the game never changed, because it's really just the same people playing the same game over and over again, just as different people. But all of this talk of righteousness this and unrighteousness that, this gonna happen to you if you don't do this gonna happen to you if you don't do that. I'm tired of reading this bullshit, to be honest with you. It's straight bullshit. And we never, if this was the Bible and we was reading this, we would all be shaking in our boots from this shit, 10, 15 years ago, depending on how old you are. We'd all be shaking in our boots reading this shit. If this was a Bible class, we would be threatening each other. We would be, telling each other, oh, you're not following. No, that's not what God say. You gonna get it. We would be actually saying that shit to people, and it would all be untrue. Woe to you who acquire silver and gold, blah blah blah. Now let us do what we propose. For we have gathered silver, and many are the husbandmen in our houses, and our granaries are full as with water. Yeah, and like water, your lies shall flow away from your riches, for your riches shall not be shall not abide, but speedily ascend from you. For you have acquired it all in unrighteousness, and it shall be given over to a great curse. Well, tell that to Bill Gates and the rest of these people, who get rich off wars and stuff like that. Like, I don't see them getting any poorer. I don't, what curse is coming? Okay, so Bill Gates' wife left him. He probably happy that ugly, big nose broad is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure, he's, screwing some little, uh, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure what he's doing. We all know what he's doing right now. So, all right. Now I swear unto you, to the wise and foolish, you have manifold experiences. You shall have manifold experiences on earth. Ye men shall put on more adornments than a woman. All right, now we're getting somewhere with something we can use. So in 10, he says, now I swear unto you, to the wise and to the foolish, for ye shall have manifold experiences on the earth. Ye men shall put on more adornments than a woman, and colored garments more than a virgin. In royalty and in grandeur and in power and in silver and gold and purple and splendor and in food they shall be poured out as water. I thought he was about to talk about some, gay stuff there. But anyway, therefore they shall be wanting in doctrine and wisdom. I really thought this was about to give us some insight into the whole LGBTQ thing. That's what I was really thinking here. All right, men putting on more adornments than women. Is this a curse? Like, is that a curse? Really? All right, and they, with all their glory and splendor and shame and slaughter and great destitution, their spirits shall be cast into the furnace of fire. I have sworn unto you, sinners, as a mountain has not become a slave, and a hill does not become the handmaid of a woman. Even so, sin has not been sent upon the earth, but man of himself has created it. And under a great curse shall they fall who commit it. I mean, what sins is he talking about that they didn't do from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? It's like you told people to go have sex to multiply, so you can't. So you got to take sex totally out of the equation. Where did man learn to, we got murder. Murder. Man learned murder. Cain killed Abel. How did that happen? It really happened because of you, God. Why was it required of these kids to give you the best of whatever it is that they got? Why was that? And why was it made into a competition that whoever you decided gave the best, they will be showered with praise and the other one would not be, which is what brought about the jealousy in the first place? Why you couldn't praise both for their effort?
You know what, Rraw?
Yeah.
Is because since they are descendants or the sons of Adam, and Adam is the son of
Sanjasa.
Nabala or whatever.
Yeah.
Sanjasa is the one that broke the rules. Maybe he had condemned that bloodline. He fucked up from the very beginning because of the fact that they are descendants of Sanjasa.
Man, could be. Could be. Everything that's happened, nothing can be blamed. You can't blame the child for how I was raised. All right. So when people be saying,
but we're talking about the very same God that punished his own people because they were trying to help mankind. So we got to take that into consideration.
Right, and that's what I'm saying though. How can a God punish his creation? It's the same way. Like, how could you blame a kid for the way that you raised it? All right, a kid is only gonna act the way it was raised to act. If the kid was raised on love, it's gonna be a loving adult. If it was raised on survival, it's going to be an adult that knows how to survive. You know what I'm saying? So when you look back, when it says in here that sin, in here 15, it says, even so, sin has not been sent upon the earth, but man of himself has created it. Man did not create sin. And if these beings are if they think that they stupid, they need to take a psychology class, because we are the children that have been taught as above, so below. Everything that we know has been taught to us by those in charge. Just like a parent, a mother, or a father with their child. If you are raising your child, please raise your child for the future person that is going to be. Not because you struggling today, or you was angry at this moment, so you hit the kid. You can't do today moves when you raising a child, because you're not raising a child for today. You're raising a child to become an adult. So a child is going to take everything you did in his childhood to heart. That's what parents don't understand. And apparently that's what this God don't understand. If you think man invented sin on his own, and that sin does not come from the upbringing of mankind itself, then you sadly mistaken. Jeffrey Dahmer did not start out wanting to eat people, if just using him as an example, although I believe that was in his programming to do so. But Jeffrey Dahmer did not decide, one morning to wake up and say, I think I'm going to eat black men. Nobody just wakes up with that. That is something that is built, created, cultivated within a person. And it all stems from childhood. Everything stems from people's childhood. So the person you are today, every single last one of us, your experiences, mostly from 0 to 18 or 1 to 18, mostly who you are today is a result of those experiences. That's the basis. The basis of us all is our childhood upbringing. Now, as you go through life, if you're not an idiot, then you continue to grow, and you continue to analyze yourself, and you try to change the bad and swap it out for something better. You know what I'm saying? Although not everybody does this. Some of us still know people who still act like kids, and they 50, 60 years old or whatever. But that's how they've been acting all their life. Some of us still know people like that. You've been an asshole all your life. Some people know assholes who've been assholes ever since they was kids. Still an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So for them to say man created sin, no, man did not create sin. The first murder came on your watch, so-called God. The first murder came on your watch. Cain killed Abel because of you. Cain did not kill Abel because of Abel. Abel did not do anything to Cain. Cain killed Abel because of why? He was jealous that Abel would get more praise than him from God. So that means what? God, you had a system set up that put two brothers in competition with each other, and it never should have been that way. It never should have been that way. So what does that say? Ramification thinking. That's a system that if God was a thinking person, he would have dismantled that system so that nobody else would have to go through that again, because look at what the outcome was. So that tells you that's a system that's flawed. So whatever you was doing that put these two brothers in competition with each other, it should have stopped. But has it stopped? When you look around the world, are people still in competition with each other? That leads to murder? Yeah, we do it all the time. It's called wars. So did God take that responsibility? No, he did not. So man, technically, we didn't bring sin or evil into the world. God did. But anyway, barrenness is not given to the woman, but on account of the deeds of her own hands, she dies without children. So now here he is blaming barren women for not having kids. This is God. This is your so-called God. So now we clearly have a dude who set up a system that gives humans birth defects. Not being able to have women is a birth defect. All right. Having two hands on the wrong side, that's a birth defect. So here you got a God that's claiming that a woman who can't have kids, that's her fault. I have sworn unto you, sinners, by the Holy Great One, that all your evil deeds are revealed in the heavens, and none of your deeds of oppression are covered and hidden. Do not think in your spirit, nor say in your heart that you don't know, and that you do not see that every sin is every day recorded in heaven, in the presence of the Most High. It says this same thing in the Quran. I told you, everything you do is recorded. Here's Enoch telling you the same thing. Everything you do is recorded. The spirit rods tell you everything you do is recorded because you are never alone. You're never alone. So when you're beating your meat, having sex, whatever it is you think you're doing, murdering somebody, essaying a kid, whatever it is you think you're doing and you think don't nobody see it, no. Not only do they see it, they record it. So from henceforth, you know that your oppression, where you oppress, is written down every day till the day of your judgment. Woe to you fools, for through your folly shall you perish, and you transgress against the wise, and so good hap shall not be your portion. And now know ye that ye are prepared for the day of destruction, wherefore do not hope to live, ye sinners, but ye shall depart and die. For ye know no ransom. You are prepared for the day of the great judgment, for the day of tribulation and great shame for your spirits. Do you understand this? Look, great shame for your spirits. This is not a random thing. So we know there's two additional spirits in the body. So when you look, this is telling you right here. If you don't do if you don't follow these rules, your spirits will be shamed. It's a shame for your spirits if they fail. Meaning, our spirits, our so-called spirit guides, are shamed because of us. Everybody in this school of esoteric knowledge, your spirits are shamed. You every day you come to class, every day you say no to the system, they are being shamed on the other side. When I come back from taking a leap, we're gonna talk to the thousand rods and see if that's true. They being shamed because they can't control you to do what it is to stick to the system. Think about that for a second. I think that's exactly. I think that is a literal. I don't. You know how we be like, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself for you. You know, this is like a really big thing that we read here. Great shame for your spirits. I don't think people understand really like that. There's like, you know how I told you in the Epistle Sophia, right? This is a corporation. This is like ran like a corporation. All right. And it's like a culture in itself. I believe they're gonna actually really be shamed. Oh, you fucked up. You couldn't get that motherfucker to do this. So let's ask the spirit robbers. Hold on. Right. So spirit rods, is somebody willing to talk to me? Pretty please. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. How you feeling on this side? You gonna participate too? Are you? Yes, 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 yes. All right, come on. All right. So let me ask you this. So according to this verse, this says, and know, and now know ye that ye are prepared for the day of destruction. Wherefore, do not hope to live, ye sinners, but ye shall depart and die. And then for ye know no ransom. For ye are prepared for the day of the great judgment, for the day of tribulation, and that will be great shame cast upon your spirits who are inside of you. Am I getting this? Am I interpreting that correctly? Am I interpreting that correctly? Yes. So let me get this straight, Spirit Rods. Basically, if we can start from a neutral position, and thank you for answering that. And can I get the question out? I know you read my mind first. Can we start from a neutral position? Because now y'all just acting crazy, man. Come on, man. All right. Can we start right here from a neutral position? All right. So there will be shame cast upon the spirits like destiny and the counterfeit spirit that's in my body. They will be shamed because I have gathered knowledge. Is this true? Yes. All right. So the goal of, if we can start from a neutral position, the goal of the spirit, neutral position, neutral up here somewhere. All right. The goal of the spirits then is, obviously to push the agenda of the system, which means you don't want people waking up and, knowing all this knowledge like we're learning here. Is that correct? Correct. All right. Say no more. Say no more. So this verse is telling you how the sinners are going to be prepared for destruction, and they're going to die and all of this stuff. And if that happens, a great shame will be cast upon the spirits that was assigned to you. They will be shamed by their God, or their boss. They will be shamed by the system because you woke up. Because you was in the school of esoteric knowledge, because you got the soul trap session, because you done all of these things. You got the book of secret knowledge. They don't want you to do that stuff. So the people, y'all don't be understanding, man, that when you sit up here and say, I'm not buying his book, he want $50. I'm not getting that soul trap session. It's $250. I'm not gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna pay you. When you do that, that's exactly what your spirits want you to do. Because when you die in a state of ignorance, there will be no shame cast upon them. Guess what's going to be cast upon them instead? Good job, man. Good job. You made that dumb bitch that she didn't get it. Yeah, good job. That stupid dude. Good job. Look how many people die with all this money in their bank account. That's going to be you. You die, you're going to die with the money in your account. And guess what's going to happen? Your dumb son or whoever, your dumb daughter, whoever it is you leave it to, they gonna go and they gonna F it off. They gonna piss the money off. And you could have actually took that money and bought the Soul Trap session, bought the book, joined the school of esoteric knowledge and get with other people to learn. You didn't want to do that. Just like many of you are sitting at home with that shot in your body right now while them nanobites is crawling up your ass. Fuck out of here, you stupid idiots. Dummies. Dummies, man. Tell you. Come. Close this mother. Dummies, man. Join the school, buy a tape, do something. Stop being an idiot.